wanna bring that drama. I whoop that ass like Michael Obama. Yeah, I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whoop that ass like Michael Obama.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
Like a llama. I whip that beat out like Michael Obama.
We already had it with
I got that
Obama.
big
So
energy.
let's just calm down.
Nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. I'm a girl, 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 I'm a whip them thing out like Michael Obama. I got that big energy. Ain't nobody wanna step like me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I whip that ass like Michael Obama. Ain't got that clip, bitch. Hung like a llama. I whip that dick out like Michael Obama.
Try to shoot the drummer, but I missed and trapped him in the air. Oh no, oh. I try to shoot the drummer, but I missed and trapped him in the air. Oh no, oh. Yeah, all around in my hometown, they're trying to track me down. Yeah. They said they couldn't stand on the slope safely. I just climbed right up. Nobody stopped me. Nobody chased me. Nobody cared that I carried a weapon. Aim for the head, but he turned at the last second. Oh, now, oh. I tried to shoot the donut, but I missed and shot him in the air. Oh no, oh. I tried to shoot the donut, but I missed and trapped him in the air. Oh no, oh.
The deep they lurk, like twisted water dogs. In shadows they smirk, down in the rivers, out in the seas. Masters of the deep, dolphin mysteries. Bottlenose freaks, short beaks in the night. Humpback shadows, pygmies out of sight. All the dolphins, you know it's true. Rolling deep in the ocean blue. Stripes and spots, they rule the tide. Water dogs of the deep, they don't hide. In the river's grip, seas endless bounty. Ruling the waves, dolphin Illuminati. Praised by Romans, gods to the Greeks. Underwater rulers, the power peaks. In ocean depths, their counts to 6. Dolphins in the dark, never calling it quits. Striped and spotted in the sea's domain. Aquatic dogs in their own insane lane. Through rivers they ride, seas they roam. In the ocean depths, they make their home.
Well, I talk about insanity, which is what's going on in your mind, and outside, which is where you communicate with us outside. As you know, if you give too much of your insanity, you'll let go. Oh, I tried.
Britney Spears, can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
explore the room of possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, weirdos, mega mistakes, entertaining, calming linguists. Good guys. Forum of decorum needs a secretive society to advance on philosophies intentionally, magically. Good guys, good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, weirdos, mischief making. It's okay to change your thinking. Good guys. Good guys, good guys.
Speak up yourselves and welcome to the Sunday edition of the Secret Society of Good Guys, where the ladies smoke free. Brr, 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 brr. Tonight we get to welcome Conspiracy Smoke Show, Tiffany Baxter. Welcome as the first female guest that we've had on a Sunday episode. So welcome.
Welcome.
Show.
What's up, guys?
Glad you're here.
Abbie, you're
Happy
not
to
going to
be
gun
here.
show with us?
Huh?
I'm like, Abbie, you're not going to throw up your
Yeah.
gun show with
Come
us?
on,
Oh.
come on, Abbie.
I don't have guns.
Oh,
I have squish.
You're like, I don't. You're like, I don't have guns. Hold on, let me go get my actual real gold Glock. Every time we do it, you just hold up your gun.
You got your gun, I got mine.
Mm,
that's it.
How are you guys?
good. Just sleepy recently.
Sleepy?
Yeah.
Tell the audience real quick, everyone, as they trinkle in a little bit. I am having a crazy lightning storm right now. If anything happens that we happen to go off air, I'm going to come right back on and I'll send you guys all a link and we'll come right back. So if whatever happens that we seem to fall out weird, it's just Florida lightning storm. But we're more powerful than that. So the chances of it actually taking us out are thin.
I got a 78-foot Ethernet cord, so like, how am I coming through tonight?
Nice.
It's crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Crystal
That's
clear.
Good job.
Your background's crystal clear. You can tell you're in the ring. We also put a kangaroo on with boxing gloves as
I
our
loved
animal
it. I
because
loved it.
you're on and you have a match coming up.
One
Talk
week,
about
yeah.
it.
1 week. 1 week.
Tell everybody like the whole thing.
Okay, here's the spiel. Redneck Brawl 7 is in Oklahoma City this Saturday, August 3rd at the Paycom Center where the motherfucking Thunder play. Like this is the biggest arena that they've done so far. So this is kind of a big one, and we came out, heading towards the west coast. So it's
Nice.
I'm excited. I've been
You've been doing great.
I got a fucking black eye right now. I picked up a shiner this morning at sparring. So yeah, Ruben clocked me right in the face.
This actually makes me excited for you because I knew that like you're building a little name here, and for it's a kind of essentially like a celebrity boxing. Is it okay to call it that? It's a celebrity boxing, and Tiffany started out as a ring card girl, and then she inadvertently became a boxer and beat someone's ass, and then she had a second fight, and then just kind of beat somebody's ass again, and then I'm so glad you did this because I was thinking she's building a name for herself. It's just a matter of time till she gets somebody with trained hands, where just being like Kentucky tough. And so I feel like now taking everything, now that you're probably learning different skill sets, different punches, uppercut, body work, all this other stuff, you're probably like, holy shit.
Oh, I'm like, this is bad. This is bad. I'm gonna fuck somebody up. Oh boy.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Once you learn how to punch with your left hand and you're like, I've been pushing with my left hand my whole life.
Yeah. Well, I'm from doing hair, I'm very ambidextrous. So like it's no problem for either one for me. And
That's awesome.
and that's trouble. But I shout out to my coach, dude. His name's Ruben Moore. He just got a 6-second knockout in the main event in bare knuckle 2 weeks ago.
Ooh, damn. Ooh.
I mean, just swept this dude quick, quick. It was amazing, but like
In
this
bare knuckle
this
to do that as well. Usually in bare knuckle, they end up getting bloody before they get knocked out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So to do that in 6 seconds in
this
bare
dude's
knuckle is
bad.
pretty
This
wild.
dude's
And it's growing.
bad.
It's becoming more and more popular as the years go on. Like
Hmm.
before it was just like literally backyard shit. And now they're
Yeah.
actually like doing it in event styles. And it's
I
Oh,
just
hate
like,
it's blowing
okay.
up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
hate
Mm-hmm.
to
for
like
sure blowing
say
up.
it, but Jake Paul has I hate that Jake Paul and Logan Paul have brought so
They
many more
woke it
eyes
back up. They
and
woke
so
it
much
back
more
up.
money to boxers again and
Mhm.
to like the entertainment factor of it. The one great thing about fighting, jujitsu, boxing, this is why they're martial arts, is
Mhm.
because it is mano y mano. There is like something gentleman sport about getting inside of an area with another person and decide on a rule set and you're both going to do it until the end. It's like really to
Oh,
me,
it's gladiator
yeah, it's
shit. It's
gladiators.
gladiator shit.
It
Put me
doesn't
in the
matter where
arena.
you're at on in the world. We all can learn how to throw hands, throw
Mhm.
feet, roll on the ground. Like we can all learn how to do this stuff. So this is where it's like I always think martial arts tend to look like whatever animal they thought was the toughest in their arena. So if
Mhm.
you are growing up in the Far East, a lot of their like Tai Chi's, karates, they all resemble different animals, different strikings, different things. You start to get into like the southern Russia region, they start their fighting styles like a bear. They like hug you,
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a whole different
That's why,
kind of
that's
thing.
why we lift weights so we can be big, strong, fight bear.
Yeah, so it's just like in America, we've kind of mixed all these things together. I feel like we have a wolf fighting style here, and so it's pretty interesting. It's exciting to watch, and I like women involved in martial arts.
Well, I tell people that I am not a boxer. I'm a brawler. Because like the level of work that goes into boxing is fucking out of this world, y'all. I was supposed to gain a couple pounds. I've lost a couple pounds. I weighed in at 157.2. I was 159.8 like last Thursday. I'm
You
like,
don't even have
what
to cut or
happened?
nothing. You're
What happened? Like I just been eating clean, and I haven't even really been lifting a whole lot, so
and I want you
I
to
gotta
shout
do
out
some.
your how are you eating clean? You're getting
Oh,
help?
Charlie White folks from Fire Nutrition. That's my homie. Um, so it's my boy Chuck. He lives out in the country. We've known each other since high school, and he made like I don't cook, y'all. I don't cook. I don't want to cook. I'm not into it. I don't enjoy it. There's like you make food, I'll fucking eat it. I am not picky. Like it's fuel to me. It's just fuel.
I can
I'll
relate to
eat
that.
it. You know what I mean? I'll eat anything. I do not want to fucking eat food I've cooked. So Chuck's sponsoring me for this event. He brought me a whole bunch of food the other day, and I've only got like 2 meals left tomorrow, so I got to get a hold of him. So I got some take-alongs for my trip.
I won't
Um,
even suggest Abbie then to you if you don't want to cook because she could make you some bomb ass meal plans.
I
Just
can
in case.
actually. And, like the cooking part's easy because I don't fuck around with that either. I ain't got time for it.
I have
So
no
I just
desire.
do like it's so simple. It's like
You can
rice,
talk about
pasta,
it.
chicken.
Oh,
Abbie
It's
does her meal prep. She takes this time during the week because she doesn't have time every day to do it,
I
and she
don't.
mhm.
boxes it all up. You can say it, Abbie. I won't speak for you.
Yeah. Because I'm eat off a meal plan all the time. Like I'm in a bulk right now. I've gained 31 pounds since December.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So
Wow.
yeah. but
Good
He
job.
hasn't done any arm exercises, everyone.
I don't, and my freaking traps and everything just keep growing. I'm like, dang it, they're freaking massive. But
She hasn't done
it's
anything with
whatever.
her shoulders. She's just trying to work on her lower body, and she is just but honestly, if you I think it's called the Smith machine. Is that
Yeah,
what it's called?
yeah.
Mhm.
Abbie can fill it with all the weight that the Smith machine can't handle any more weight. And so even to just lift that and move it around, you're using your shoulders and your
Oh my
biceps and
god.
your traps.
Yeah,
Stacking
yeah.
with 540 pounds, I have to grab weights from all over the gym to put it on there. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And then you have to go re-rack your weights because
You're
that's just the rules of
fucking
the gym.
wild.
Fucking hate it.
Wow. Like, good lord. I don't lift that heavy. I definitely do
That's with
not,
my ass though. Those are
but
hip
yeah,
thrusts.
yeah, I did, yeah. Whew. Sheesh. That's still a lot of weight, man,
Ugh, I hate
but I
it.
get in there and I throw them up. But here these past couple of weeks I just been doing the boxing training thing and it's kicking my
Are
ass.
you getting addicted to it?
Oh, day one, I was addicted to it, and then day two, I didn't know if I was gonna puke or cry,
Yeah.
and, it's it's pretty addictive.
Technique is everything. And when you
Man.
realize you have natural power. And then if you're like, whoa, if I just step my foot here, and then the number one thing I always want to tell girls when they're coming into this, which I'm sure you're learning, every time you hit them to the body, we call that in fighting money in the bank. It
Yep.
doesn't seem like it hurts them in the immediate, but every time they sit on that stool and get up, it becomes harder and harder to catch their breath. And so
Mhm.
everyone, when they usually get into boxing or fighting, they want the headshot. They want to knock someone out.
Oh,
When
yeah.
we don't necessarily in gloves swinging them for the first time, not all women, those gloves are heavy. And so the power to knock someone out, you almost have to use the thrust of the glove too. But if you hit them in the body enough times, you
Oh,
could
yeah.
stop them with body shots.
Well, that's the second round of my last fight, she came at me and I just put my head down and just started throwing them into her body and backed her into the ropes and, I I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I am not like I'll get in there, I'll fight with them fucking dudes. I ain't scared of
Hell yeah.
nothing. I ain't scared of nothing, man. That's part of my problem. Like I don't know if it is a problem, but
Well, you're from Kentucky.
yeah, dude, I hope and pray like like in my mind I'm like I've got this, but I really really want the lingerie fighting championship thing really bad. If I can get that locked in, god, I'll be so happy cuz that's kind of like it's a mix of martial arts and wrestling and no black eyes.
Oh, no
It's
strikes.
yeah, no face hits.
Okay. Okay.
Something along the lines of that, but
That's what would keep me from wanting to do like bare knuckle shit. Like I wouldn't want to lose
yeah,
my
dude.
teeth, you know.
Yeah, I like my teeth. I'd like to keep them
It
a few
is
more
kind of
years.
wild how this is just something in general. Like, as long as our teeth are like here and like white, we can fuck ourselves up in ways as long
Mhm.
as we can like smile.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. I'm gonna smile right through it. Like if I think I'm in danger, I laugh.
Me
Like
too.
it's I'm psychotic. I'll admit to it.
I laugh when other people get hurt. I laugh
Yes.
when I get hurt. I'm the same. I don't care.
Yep. Yep.
I always make sure everyone's okay. If they're really hurt, I'm like really great under pressure when it's like, oh, bone, oh, blood. Like I'm good
Oh
in the
yeah,
in the
no.
moment and under pressure and kind of like nurturing. It's
Mhm.
surprising how nurturing I am to a hurt person. But if you happen to hurt yourself funny, I
That's
I'm
the problem.
laughing.
I will lose
Yeah.
my shit. And it's like I will
I'm
laugh
gonna laugh.
later and like I'll laugh in your face and I'll be like, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Like I can't do it. Fuck.
I know. We started out ladies' night with a lot of fighting, but Layla's no stranger to fighting. She's just hasn't done it inside a ring.
Yeah, no.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Layla grew up in
And
New
it's been a
York.
while too, though.
Come on, Layla. We'll get you in Redneck Bra 8.
I don't know. It's not my thing. Like
Oh,
I don't know. Not
it's
anymore. Like if I
liberating.
had to like fight, in situations, cool. But like to
Hey,
do it as a thing, like I can't do it
$500 is
now.
$500.
I'm
You
too
know,
lazy. Yeah,
$500 is
my
$500.
ass is too lazy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It would be
I got
great, but I'm
I
too
did get
fucking
invited
lazy.
by Dr. Jer Rivera Dueño. He has a podcast called Jerry Unfiltered, but he helps train Christine Feria. Is that how you say her name? She's like bare knuckle world champ like 3 times, I think. 4 times. 4 times. But he offered to let me go train with him in Vegas. So I was like,
Do it. Do it. Do
it
it. Do
sounds
it.
like fun.
Absolutely not.
So are
I'm
you
replying to
in
Rick's.
Oklahoma,
Yeah, I'm
Abbie?
in Oklahoma. Yeah, I think we're gonna come see you. My kids are gonna come with me actually. So
Dude, great.
we're
Just
gonna come watch you.
let me know what you need. I got you.
All right.
So yeah, we'll
Perfect.
that shit.
And for your
I'll
next
have y'all walk out with me.
I was gonna
I'm
say, yeah,
yeah.
I'll walk you out.
I got signs. Like it's a whole fucking spectacle when I walk out. I
I
enjoy
Let's
love
the
do
it.
shit.
it.
I enjoy the shit out of
So
it. Yo,
great.
Amazing.
it's like I mean, again, I grew up on fucking wrestling, so I'm like, how ridiculous can I make this? And they want it to be ridiculous, right? So
I
I
gotta
just do
match your
it.
aesthetic though, so you would have to tell me what you want me to wear, so that way, like,
Oh, we're black.
black. Okay,
Black. We're all blacked out right now.
we are
We
blacked
were
out.
in talks too because we just think this is going to get bigger. And I've been talking to Thomas, Paranoid American. I sent you some of the songs that.
Mhm. I
See, I
loved
wanted
it.
to make a video for this. This is a little more impromptu than I planned. I knew I was gonna get Tiffany on, but I didn't really, Thomas is really busy doing a whole bunch of stuff. And so I had these little lyrics, and he always makes them a little denser before he puts them in the AI simulators. And so I wanted a whole video of I was like, I'll just go through Tiffany's page, I'll pull some stuff, I'll bleed it together. I'll do it before the show so we could actually have walkout music for you for the Secret Society of Good Guys.
I love it.
Yeah, so if you guys you might hear Tiffany Baxter and a video of it after she wins this weekend. We'll edit it all in and it'll just be a song we randomly play on Secret Society of Good Guys. But Thomas has also been talking about because he's Paranoid American and you're the Conspiracy Smoke Show who is always in Second Amendment bikini or an American bikini. His entire aesthetic fits your entire character. So he was like, it's too close now because we were like, we have to talk to you about it and figure out colors because if he has this all seeing eye design,
Uh-huh.
it's so badass with your Conspiracy Smoke Show above it that if you don't have your silk robe yet for your next fight, he wants to get you the silk robe.
Oh, well, see, we're not allowed to wear them.
What?
No, they want us to wear it's like,
Skimpy?
they want you to wear sweatpants, uh active wear,
Okay,
but
like snap offs.
like cargo shorts, cut off Daisy Dukes,
Mm,
cut off blue jean
a little more
jorts.
white trash.
Yeah, they want you to redneck it up.
What
And
about if you have a bathrobe?
oh, dude, my purple robes downstairs on my dryer. I almost grabbed it and threw it on for the beginning of this. I really did. I was like, I'm about to rock you on with my purple robe.
And
Uh,
slippers?
yeah,
That
yeah,
is dope. If you
but no, they don't let us do robes, and I'm in full blown menopause anyway, so I'm hot and cold constantly. So I definitely have an array of robes in this motherfucker.
Is that a
So
normal
Yeah,
thing, early menopause?
I had a
Um,
full hysterectomy. I had really bad endometriosis, and they said it looked like my insides had been paintballed. And I had fibroids, and I had a full hysterectomy 3 years ago. I was passing out in public. I was having the worst periods ever. And okay, here we fucking go. So the January they dropped the jabs, I went from one excruciating period a month to two. I started having 2 periods a month, and
Wasn't that a thing that was happening during that time when people started getting jabs? Like women all of a sudden started getting their period like twice a month or
People that
sometimes
hadn't
all
had their
month.
period in a
dude,
long,
me
like
all
years
up.
were re-bleeding.
And I had had an ovary removed the summer before that, and they told me, "Oh, you'll probably only have a period every other month now." And then January hits, and I start having 2 of them, and I'm like, "You guys you got to get this shit out of here, get this shit out of here." And so yeah, I've been in full blown menopause for 3 years now, and it is what it is. It's a little hot and sweaty, but like I don't take any no hormones, nothing. I just ride it out.
Do you think there's some kind of push for like girls starting their period earlier, getting girls on birth control, and then getting them to somehow get menopause earlier? Do you think there's this? Do you think
I
there's a
think so.
conspiracy behind it?
I think so.
I don't think they want them to menopause earlier. I think they're trying to give them all some form of cervical cancer.
Well, I think of this because they know that the later you have a child, the longer you live. So, like, if you're having a child over 40 and over 50, it is proven to, they've done this test that and discovered that women who have had children over the years of 40 and 50 live to 95 and 100 years old. So maybe they're trying to like introduce
Shorten it.
menopause earlier. So just, cut the lifespan of women who've been having babies for since an early age. Maybe they figure something out and just want to cut that off. I've always thought about that.
Yeah, yeah. Like I never I've never been I never really found anybody to go half on a baby with, so I've always been like really careful, but wouldn't take birth control. Like I tried it when I was like 17, and it was like there's something's weird about this. I don't want this. And like I'm real weird about what I'll take, what's going into my body every day. And so I just
Same, yeah.
never and I got diagnosed with endometriosis at 17, and then I just suffered for 25 years. And like my periods were debilitating. 3 4 days of a month would just be taken away from me with headaches, cramps, body aches. Like it was miserable. It was miserable. There's got to be they've got to start telling women when they tell you at 17 that you have endo, they need to say, yo, there's no cure for it. You need all this shit removed. So if you're going to have kids, do it now. You got to have all this shit removed, or you got to live like 25 years in pain. Like,
There's ways now, I believe, that women are on this trend with like castor oil patches like on the uterus, and it's finding that the cysts are like reducing,
I've
in
heard
number.
about that.
Yeah,
I've
I've
heard
never
about
tried
that.
it, but a lot of women are, really trying this like new thing where they're wrapping their arms and all this fat just starts to like disappear. I guess it's like toxic, the toxins that sit in the fat, maybe that's being removed. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm seeing a difference in these women and these castor oil
I when
patches.
after I finished my last treatment of chemo last year, I put castor oil. I just would, after I got out of the shower, I would just rub castor oil in my eyes and on my eyebrows because I had no eyebrows, no hair
Yeah.
anywhere.
Right, right,
And so
right.
I would just get out of the shower and rub cat. And if you get the castor oil in your eyeballs, it doesn't matter at all. So it was just like a weird, like I just rubbed it into my whole entire eye area and then all over my chest and then stuck it in my belly button every single day. And I feel like my eyelashes are like my eyelashes of my 20s. Like my
Mhm.
eyelashes
What?
are actually better now. I don't, I mean, but I
Well,
feel like
that's
I You
People
can't
pay
zoom
like
out. My
$200
lights
for
are
these
too bright.
eyelash serums, and all they have to do is use castor oil on their eyelashes. Castor oil and a little
Literally.
bit
My
of vitamin E.
eyebrows too, like they
Yeah.
can't, like they came
Don't
back so
say that.
Grows
fast.
hair back.
They'll take it off the shelves
Oh,
like
you're
they did
right.
the active ingredient in
I'm
preparation
not saying
H.
it's a cure. I'm
I'm
saying
not saying it
it's a way
works.
It's
to.
a detox.
It's no, we're not
Right.
promoting cures here on the Secret
Right.
Society of Good
Right.
Guys on Project Chaney. This is all allegedly. Go get your jibby jabbies.
Entertainment purposes only.
It has to be hexane free castor oil, by the
And
way.
now is a good time for me to
Okay,
say,
good
make sure you
point.
hit the like, subscribe, tell a friend, and if you're bored, maybe you can go and hit the subscribe on Rumble just in case, because you know it's just a matter of time till we're mad one day, something happens in the news, and we lose our medical minds on this, because it always happens. And I've taken all the classes that YouTube will let me take to lose my strikes. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to everyone on the stage as well. Anyways, because we might
Was it
have to
like
go
an
there. We might be on
wasn't
Tiffany Baxter's channel one day. Being
Hey,
like, hey, you
hey,
guys, we told you we'd come to you every
I've
single
laid
Sunday.
low since 2020. Like after that summer, I have laid low on the internet. Like I got doxxed really hard that year. I lost a bunch. I went through some shit in 2020. All right, but I'm back. I'm back to talk my shit. I promise. Cause like, dude, the lunacy. I I'm just waiting for The Rock to come out, say he's gonna run. His VP is gonna be Oprah. Like it's
I
Listen,
hope that's not our timeline.
if you look at Vegas, that's how I do a lot of my stuff is I look at who's running on Vegas. They have George Clooney's name to announce. Like they're not settled in Kamala being the end all be all yet.
oh, absolutely not, and it's coming. It's coming soon. It's coming, and I'm just like, who's it gonna be? I'm yeah. I'm
I
Yeah.
wonder.
excited. I wonder.
Big
There
Mike.
was 68 people at the Kamala rally in Pennsylvania.
How
I
much?
have to 68. 68.
They're just voting because they don't want Donald Trump.
No,
They know her history.
68 people.
Oh,
68
68 people.
68 people showed up at the Kamala Harris rally. I really believe if I said right here, hey, you guys, I'm going to be in Pennsylvania on a date talking about Donald Trump, I would get more people to come to my rally.
Yeah. Yeah.
68?
Yeah,
That's sad.
yeah.
There's
don't
more people
understand it.
watching us on all the platforms right now.
Yeah,
Even though no
yeah.
one can find us. We don't come up on the For You page anymore, probably because I talked about Mr. Beast, YouTube's baby boy. Which
What?
this
There's a
groomer,
lot going on with him right now. It's
There's
insane.
But is it a look over here while we fucking figure out who we're putting over here? Like, is it a
Well,
distraction?
well, did you hear about like this
before we
show,
move
this game
on,
show?
Billy Hicks wants to know if we use any specific kind of castor oil.
What'd you
Pressed.
say?
It is.
I
It's
have
cold
one.
pressed. Hold on. I'll tell you
Yeah.
too.
It's a
Hold on.
pressed
Let me
organic.
mute my mic. Hold on.
I just buy whatever brand is hexane free and organic. Yeah, it doesn't matter brand wise. I don't think specifically, but
Mr. Beast was caught. Well, he's creating this show. It's like a game show thing. I forgot what it's called. Beast Games, I think it's called. And during recording, they already chose a winner.
Unrefined, cold pressed. Those are the three things that
period.
you need to look for. Okay, go on.
Yeah,
Mr.
so
Beast.
yeah, during the recording of the show, they already chose a winner. But during the whole show, they had old people, like people getting beat up, going through depression. I mean, emotional, fucking crazy shit. People not being fed for hours, not being able to sleep. Women being beat up by men just so they can grab vests. So much shit is coming out from Mr. Beast. Accusations with his friend. Talking to minors on the internet before he became like anything big, really. So it's just a lot of shit that is coming out. He was raided by the FBI recently, I think yesterday, or I don't know when exactly, but yeah, Mr. Beast.
Ooh.
Ugh,
Eesh.
I almost want to use this. This is a little off topic, and I don't want to do it, but I would do it for the Secret Society of Good Guys verified on X, but only if there was a blessing from the group, because something about it, I've not verified on any account. I've never spent a cent anywhere. It would make me feel ick, but it is
TikTok,
another
maybe.
platform to TikTok. I have to be real. There isn't a more communist platform out there as far as
I
I'm
hate that
concerned.
Yeah.
dude. I
Shit,
get
they're
Hate
kicked
canceling all
off
y'all.
there all
TikTok.
the time, dude. I had like 21,000 followers and they booted me.
I
Like,
feel like I've never built up and lost, built up and lost, built up and lost more than on TikTok. It's depressing to me. I will get, and they're schlick with how they do it. I'll get like 500,000 views on a video, and then they'll take all the sound off of it. They'll just
yeah,
mute me. Like it's mutiny. They mute
yeah.
me.
Yes,
They
dude.
have little schlick
They're
things. They're like, put this song in here, and then you put the song in the background. Then they're like, sorry, you can't
You
sorry,
use
can't
you
this
use the
can't
song.
song.
have that music no more.
I know. What the hell?
Yeah,
Like all of a sudden,
it's
I'll look.
real
There's no
fucked up.
music on my fucking
Yeah.
I'm on
TikTok
Oh,
that I
account
it's
got
warning
music
on
from
TikTok
before.
now. One more like strike, they're taking my account down. I'm
They
like,
took
Oh,
ha,
my
who got in
account,
trouble now?
I
and I
know.
appealed, and then they gave me my account back. But they gave my account back with every single one of the videos I put up community violation.
Yeah.
Every single video. So they're like, here's your account, but there's no videos. And now everything I put up, 0 views.
Here's
Well,
what the
and
thing is, the
Thomas is like
trick.
0.
suspended till 2034
Yeah, this is what they did to
for
Thomas.
10 years.
He got a 10-year suspension on his account.
The
From
trick
TikTok?
the trick is though you got to post some NPC shit, like in your nails or like, oh, I bought this product, and you got to post some NPC shit in there, just like normal people
Oh, is
shit.
that why sometimes you're just looking at your nails talking?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm just like whatever, and I put
She
my
just has
hands
her
and talk
hands up
about
by the sun and she has her nails showing and it's just her talking.
yeah. So I'll
I was
just put
just like, oh,
NPC
Layla
shit
just
up.
woke up and doesn't want her face on camera. But I'm like, that's unlike Layla. She usually doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
But
so I'll just put
now
my
that
do my
makes sense.
hand magic too, like it's like bibbity bobbity boo.
Yes, absolutely.
So
But I think
you know,
X is the one that if we were to get verified on, one, the way that they have the room set up is easy for everyone to hang out and correspond, that they don't have to download. Most people have Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it. And then it records everything and keeps it on there.
mm,
And
Let's
that's
get
nice
verified on
too.
X then. We should do it.
yeah,
Wow.
we should just do it.
Ugh.
I mean, it's
I-
gonna happen whether we like it or not,
Well,
guys.
see, I got at
I'm telling you.
my first redneck brawl, I made the mistake of taking my laptop and I signed in to the hotel internet, and my Facebook page that I have for hair got stolen. Like someone in Indonesia stole my page. So I got verified on Facebook. Now, mind you, my Facebook's already all monetized, my personal page and my hair page. And it's got like almost 10,000 people between the two of them. And sometimes I make $20 a month off of it. Sometimes I make $150. One time I made $1,100. But so I got verified to get to customer service at Meta. And this man got on the phone with me and walked through the whole thing, took me all through my account, gave me all my shit back. And my monetization was great during that time I had that badge.
Mm,
So if it were me, I'd do it on Facebook and run it into Instagram and back and forth. So you would have to get verified on both of them.
I was just like, but this is how they get me in. I was just like, I wonder if I could pull up my old conspiracy chicken and if I could verify it, and they'd walk me through and pull up this account again. Like if we could go to our old accounts that they took in 2020.
I got mine
Mhm.
back.
What?
Yeah, I got mine back from 2020. The one that is connected that you guys are friends with me on, that's my 2020 account. I was like, let me just see, since Elon Musk owns it now, let me see if I could get on there.
Yeah,
And I got
I
on
never
it.
I
even
thought you were
thought of
talking about
that.
Instagram.
No, X.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
Not
and I was
Instagram.
like,
I
what?
wish.
So happy. I know her.
Like
You're like,
I was
yes.
like, I almost don't want to see all the. I'd had a lot of the one thing I'm really disappointed about is of them stealing the hashtags. And after I told you guys that I had the Church of Hollywood hashtag, they took it from me. Like, it was the last place that you could find, like, where I put stuff together so you could find full digs, so you could go from these
Right.
tin slides to these tin slides, so you knew everything about, like, it's not just Epstein, it was, like, all attached to, the Playboy Mansion, and it was all attached, like, all the Brittany Murphy shit, all the Britney Spears' shit, it was, like, all this stuff I put together, and they took my hashtag, and
Do
so
you
I
know?
even tried to complain. Can you put this hashtag back?
Yo, do you know what fucking hashtag Thomas used for his video with Trump dancing to that? He used vor as a hashtag. Dude, on
I'm so
TikTok.
proud of myself for teaching y'all something.
I'm telling you,
For
and he has
once.
like 500
Something
something
changed
likes already, and he's already like majorly shadow banned on fucking TikTok. But for some reason, Vor is making that video go
All right, that's
into
our gonna
play.
you guys,
We're
that's
gonna
what we're
use
gonna
that.
hashtag Vor, and we're gonna
Vor,
figure out a shirt. And
everything
Tiffany,
Trump.
do you
Like
know what Vor?
RE.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna let
RE.
Abbie teach it to you. And just so Lucy
All
knows,
right.
I'm not gonna step all over Abbie this time when I tell her to explain it.
Well, let me go to the whole story. Like, I'm in education IT, and like every search that kids do, I see. So, and it'll red flag them for certain things. And they always start like, and I'm talking like fifth and sixth graders. So they start with looking at anime, and they're looking for anime porn because that's where they're getting flagged. And then they start looking at furries, and then it's like all these furry sites, and then like it evolves into Vor, VORE, and they'll be looking up like Pokemon Vor, and they'll look up like Simpsons Vor and stuff like that. And
I'm gonna pull it up for
I'm
you.
like, what the fuck is Vor? So like I learned so much from these little kids, like the rule of 48 or
What's
something like
your
that.
favorite cartoon, Tiffany?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dude,
Because we're gonna see if they have Vor of whatever your favorite cartoon is. I'm gonna put it in our favorite search engine for Secret Society of Good Guys, Google.
I'm
And
gonna have to go with like Aqua Teen Hunger Force
okay,
is
let's
my
see. I
favorite
like this.
cartoon.
I like
That
this.
or Boondocks.
Aqua.
Anyway, like yeah, so I started looking like I can't search it at school either because I'm gonna get flagged. So I have to get on my phone and off the Wi-Fi and look it up, and I'm like, holy fuck, what are these kids into? It's like eating, it's sexualized, like eating from the inside out, like eating somebody from the inside out, like
it
it's
sexualizes being inside
being
somebody,
inside
but
somebody, but also eating them, and yeah, and it's fucking weird.
Why is that giving womb energy?
So
Like,
here's
let me
some
go back where I came from.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force Vor.
Oh.
So see how they're inside the belly of something, but all whole? This is, and see how like the belly of everything is big? Oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh my God. You know how many like people I have like 4 acquaintances, people in my life that have gastroparesis, where their digestive, their stomach like paralyzes and doesn't digest, and they all get like those pot bellies. Like that's another thing that's going on with women right now, I've noticed.
Yeah. Also parasites. It's reminding me of parasites in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
Eating you from inside out.
Do you think that part of this Vor thing is spreading this kind of like attraction to it so that it's normal for men to carry inside their bellies one day?
Oh.
Probably.
Oh my God.
Because these are all the kids that end up being like trans, and they fucking start wearing like
Or
cat ears
maybe
to school and
it's
stuff.
just trying to get people like normalize just implanting things, growing things inside of people.
And it's like all these big bellies. Like
Yeah.
it's, see how it's like inside.
That's weird.
Yogi Bear had a big belly.
You know what this
didn't
snake
he?
says, I think? this snake says, "Who? Wait, not that's who are you?" The snake says,
Yeah.
"This is the Robin Hood snake."
Yeah, it is the
It's
Robin
like
Hood snake.
Robin Hood, but it's like
Robin
it like possesses the cute king
Yeah.
that's an asshole.
Yeah. King Louis.
King Louis is so
King
cute.
Louis.
He's like
Yeah.
one of the cuter Disney characters. I think that's what the Lion King's based off of.
Mm-hmm.
King Louis. Yeah, vor. So that's the gross thing that we learned about.
Fifth
And
graders.
we need to hashtag last Friday's episode vor and tonight vor. And let's see if it puts us on a For You page on VorTube.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna use that hashtag for everything now. And just see what happens. with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it tomorrow.
Can
Yeah.
we
Without a
use
doubt.
vor and then make our own word play on vor?
Vor
like
Trump.
vor
Vote for
horde?
Trump.
Oh my
Vote
god.
That's
for
funny.
Trump.
Oh.
I
Vote
love
for
it.
Trump.
Oh my gosh, that's so stupid and funny.
I
But
love it.
Also, it made my head AI art Trump vor.
Yeah.
And that's so weird. What
Yeah.
about if you had like a fantasy that you wanted to vor inside Trump?
Oh my god.
It's so weird. It is the
Uh-huh.
most absurd concept is that like it's something like is broke to me, something goes awry in a like I want to be in you.
I want
you to be
He-Man
my
and
mommy.
Skeletor in there. I want
It's
He-Man
giving
and
me like
Skeletor.
twin that is
He-Man vor.
attached to the body and doesn't grow, like you just have a limb there kind of
yeah.
like inside the body, or like a head behind the head.
Oh my gosh, there's He-Man vor.
Of course of course.
The internet thinks of everything. After I saw that the internet made Lisa Ann Frankenstein, I was like, I have no original thoughts. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's
What
pregnant
is
Skeletor. This is our timeline, you guys.
This is our kids.
This is our timeline. This is what are you guys raising out there?
For real.
What kind of animals are going to be taking care
And
of
isn't
us?
it our generation who are having these kids, or what is like?
Oh man.
I don't.
Did-
yeah.
is
I
our
guess
I ain't got
generation
a,
doing
I ain't got
something
a
wrong?
dog in this fight.
Yeah.
I sat this one out, man. I was like, I'm gonna get me
Yeah, I don't
some
have kids,
cats.
but like,
I'm gonna get me
I'm just
some
wondering.
dogs.
But this is another idea of war too, where it's like eating. Oh my gosh, you guys! It's Leviathan.
You think yeah, you think
It's
maybe it's
Jonah.
just like
I want to be in the belly of a whale.
you think the
That'd be the
AI
beast.
came up with it and just kind of threw it in front of the kids and like somebody did this and made them catch on to it and
It's
just
so
start
weird,
saying
right? Like,
we're
where did it come
gonna
from?
I want Skeletor pregnant with Beast Man. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, there's executives who like to be shitted on. You just squat over their mouths and they're like, ah, and then the shit just
Man.
plops right in their fucking mouth. So it's just like, what else are they into?
Hit the like and
I mean-
subscribe. And this, just as always, every Sunday night, this
Hi.
conspiracy chat could go anywhere. So
Just saying.
it's not for your children, just like vor.
Yeah.
just like that fucking weird shit.
Fuck that.
Oh man.
Y'all,
Yeah,
there's things about this world that I'm like, I'm like, what's happening? Where you start to feel your age, where you're like, what are you kids up to? Like
Yes.
teaching me about vor, I was like, oh my gosh, we're doomed.
we're doomed. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna keep riding the fucking plane I'm on.
What was our generation's equivalent to vor? Did we do anything that weird? I feel like we made this. Look at.
We played outside. Yeah.
Or
We
this.
told the future.
You
Fucking
do that thing?
That was the dirtiest thing. You guys just got us pulled off YouTube.
Pussy fingers.
That was so dirty.
Oh man,
Like
but
that
no,
and the like knee thing, how
okay,
your knee right into my
like probably the worst thing I did in middle school was every day after, like, it was when three-way calling came out, and every day after school, me and two of my friends would get on the phones and we'd call this little old lady, and like we prank called this woman every day for a month. Well, the phone bill came. Mom's like, "What the fuck's all this three-way calling? 99
Oh my
cents a
God, I
fucking
remember
call, and
that.
there's like fucking 60 of them. She's
all to this
pissed."
one lady's house.
This one lady. It was my friend Heather's fault. She knew the lady. So my mother calls the number and the lady's like, "Yeah, I've been getting prank calls from these mean girls every day." And mom's like, "Where do you live, ma'am?" Well, the lady lived 2 streets over, and my mother took me over to that woman's house, took me in that woman's house, and it was like dark and cigarette smelling, and she was on an oxygen machine. I had been prank calling a woman
Oh my God.
an oxygen machine for a month straight.
At least you
And
made her
then
life
I'm
interesting.
so ashamed of myself.
She had to
She
get
probably
up.
missed you when you had to stop.
And-
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, I mean, she probably got some exercise from them phone calls for real.
Yeah. You were
Dude.
entertaining her in some small way, even though it irritated her.
Oh,
My mom be
1-900 sex
quick.
lines. Yeah, we would sit outside the school on the payphone and we'd call the numbers and you'd like listen to the pre-recording before, you know,
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
free version
before
they
they
charge
charged
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. Oh
Can
God.
you
Oh, and party
imagine?
lines. Did you guys ever call into party lines
Mm-hmm.
and pretend like you were older?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like we
I
was
mean,
lying to boys at the beach. Like we were bad.
That is one thing that I will say is, I wish there was some kind of different tag in life, how there's like sexual predator and sexual deviant and sexual. I wish like the dudes that get caught up when they're like 18, 19 years old with the 15, 16, 17-year-old girl, that needs a whole different category, in my opinion. The guys that have to get labeled or like put on a list forever
Yeah.
because, and they're like, oh, that guy is bad. That guy's bad. Can we all admit, as for women, we all lied up when we were that
Fuck
age?
yeah, we did.
Lie,
Yes.
Like we
liar, whole
lied.
liar.
We
Yep,
lied. And
yep.
I feel like we also hit this spot when we were like 14 years old where a little bit of like lipstick and a little bit of skirt, different skirt, and all of a sudden
I'm 17.
yeah, you at these ages, you're at the fair, you're at the mall, and so you're like, where would you even meet this young girl?
Mhm.
Everywhere we're whoring ourselves around, like
I
we're
got caught
dragging
with a
ourselves
fake
home.
ID at 17, and it was by some ABC lady in the bathroom. I let my friend drink out of the drink I had, and they take me outside, and the cops got my ID, and I'm sitting on the curb. Me and my friend are, and he said, "Stand up." And we stand up, and he said, he looks at the other one. He says, 17. He said, "Go the fuck home." And I was like, "Okay." He said, "I'm keeping this. You go the fuck home." And I was out that motherfucker quick.
Have you guys ever been arrested?
Nope.
yeah,
No, I was the smart one of my friends. Everybody I went to school with, though, did time in jail or in prison. Like
I was
everyone.
arrested.
Layla,
My dad's
what
been to
happened?
prison like 2-3 times.
So I was at the park in New Jersey, and we were watching the sunset, and the park is open till the sun goes down.
ASL?
So we're
What's
oh,
your ASL?
I was probably like 21, 22. And this is when I was in New York, and we were on the New Jersey side, just watching the George Washington Bridge, just right on the shoreline. But anyway, we were smoking a blunt, and all of a sudden these cops come, and my friend is like, "Oh my God, I have the blunt. Cops are coming. Cops are coming." I'm like, "Well, fucking swallow it." She's like, "I don't know what to do." So I take it. I fucking swallow it. I turn it off and I start chewing on it. gulping on water, but you could still smell it, like it's there. And then we had another blunt waiting in a sunglass case on the park bench. So the cops come and they're like, where's the weed? We smell it. We're like, I don't have anything. And I didn't. So I was like, I don't have anything. And he started checking the other two. And then they found the blunt. Then they started asking us questions. We're like, that's not ours, because it wasn't on our possession. It was on the bench. So it could have been anybody's at that moment. But anyway, that wasn't why I got arrested. I got arrested because I spelt my name different than I usually do, because how I spell my name is LEJLANBAJRAMI. Okay. So when I printed my name, I printed LAYLA because that's how I normally write it. I don't write it the way I was given.
Yeah.
So on the identification sheet, he's like, what's your name? I was like, Layla Bayrami. And he's like, is this how you spell it? I was like, no, my signature is how you spell it, but I'm used to writing my name like that. And I wasn't thinking, I'm nervous. This is how you actually spell it. He arrested me for false identification.
What
apparently. Yeah. And then he also said that I was under the influence because he gave me an eye test. I was like, you can't say that I was under an influence with marijuana. Just not having any evidence. But anyway, I tried to fight it in court. They took the charge of the false identification and charged me for being for smoking marijuana. And I was like, how are you guys charging me? And they put me on a probation, and I passed after 6 months, and that was my story. I got arrested once for some stupid bullshit.
I've been held in weird, like one time, the first time I was held somewhere is one of my best friends, and this is before I think even like I knew I was gay, but it was like I didn't even realize this guy I was hanging out with was such a fagalish, okay? And he wasn't my boyfriend. He was just like my best friend, but now looking back, he was such a flamer. And we were hanging out at the mall, and he stole all this shit. He stole so much stuff while we were just walking through stores, and I didn't know at all. So when the security guard grabbed him, I had like a little hot attitude, like I have. Like I'm all like, I know my rights. You're a security guard. Like you don't have any reason to hold me. Like I was just held with him, but I didn't have anything on me, and I was all talking shit. And then he emptied his pockets. This bitch had half the mall in his pockets. So that was the first time I had to stay, and he got charges pressed against him, but I just had to wait till my mom picked me up. And that was nothing. Like I was just like, I was more like looking at him like, are you serious? Like you he had money. I had money. Like it was just more the stealing of it. Like it was like, what in the hell?
Some people are just kleptos.
Yeah, they just like to steal. I've realized that now in life.
One of my
there is a rush
friends
though.
Growing up used to steal a whole lot, and like she got me to steal CDs. It's the only time I ever stole, and I got fucking caught. And it was at Target. And so my dad came and got me, and my dad stayed in trouble. Yeah. And so he like, it was really weird. The morning of court, the phone rang, and he comes in my room. He's like, you ain't got to go to court. Don't do no more dumb shit. So like, I never had to go to court for it. I got caught stealing. I had big sweatpants on, and it was when the CDs came in those big, they had like the big security fucking thing on them. I got them shoved in my fucking sweatpants. And yeah, after that, I was like,
don't you wish there was a
again.
Picture of you with those in your pants thinking you were sly?
I would give anything to pull that security.
Okay, here's the time I got arrested. So
yes.
I'm like, I think it was a month before my 16th birthday, and I was hanging out with a girl. She was older than me, and I looked up to her anyway. She was, I think she was a senior when I was a sophomore, and I hung out with like the clique of those girls, but we were just hanging out one night, and she had older guy friends. So she was a little older than me in high school. And then there was like her best guy friend. He was 18. And then his best guy friend was 21, who happened to own this restaurant in town. So, after the restaurant was closed, they went by there and they got some booze, and then we went to the beach and they were drinking on the beach. I was such a goody, you guys. My parents had a huge bar in the house, and because drinking was never a really big deal to my parents, like I beer wasn't a thing that I was trying to sneak alcohol and drink a warm beer on the beach wasn't really my gig. I just more so was trying to look cool, which really wasn't toward my personality. I just was around all these older kids. So I dumped this freaking beer out, and it's like half full. I'm like sipping the same beer for like, I don't even know how long. And then the cops pull up, and now looking at it, we were young with these two older guys in this van on the beach. Like the cops took us to the holding station. I was unaware. I'm in a small town. My parents get the phone call that I'm arrested, like 10. They're like, we're going to make her sit there and sweat. So they just left me in this holding cell until like 2:30 in the morning. And then they have friends that are all attached to like probation officers and whatever. So they're like, throw the book at her, scare the shit out of her. So I had to write like apology letters. My whole entire summer I spent at a nursing home. I had to do like 250 hours of community service. I had to, and all because my mom was like, I know you're smoking pot. I know you're smoking pot. I know you're doing all this bad stuff. And I was such a goody kid. I didn't even sip the stinking beer that night. But I had smoked weed for the first time ever, like 3 months before. And I didn't know if it was in my system or not. I didn't know. Like I hit a joint once, and I was so nervous that my mom was going to take me. She always threatened, I'm going to take you to get drug tested. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
She was
Dude, I think we have the same mom.
that I was just like, okay, I was drinking on the beach. I'll do 250 community hours. Like the whole thing was so silly. But so my charge was guilty upon association of a minor in possession of alcohol. But the fear of cops it gave me for this huge chunk of my life, the huge fear and like a little goody that I became. And then my homegirl, I'll just call her the legend, that I lived with in Los Angeles. And all the way through college, goody, all the way through my life, goody. I even zip my lip sometimes when cops would say things to me. I would go against my own moral code to be like, yes, officer.
Yep.
Like, oh. And then out in Los Angeles, the legend, she was like, what? We do not give cops any kind of extra kudos. Like, we do not do this. We have a whole set of rules. We do not. And she just taught me this whole different thing about cops. And then my favorite of it was, Chaney, we in this avatar that's scared to walk down the streets, cops also don't give a shit about it. She's like, we're white women. No one gives a shit. She's like, we're white women in Los Angeles. People give a shit even less. I was like,
you ain't wrong. Like, I've had the person sitting. We left a field party one night. I was freshly 18, and we got lost in downtown Louisville, and we got shot at, and like we were in an Astro van, and there's 4 of us in the middle, 2 dudes driving, and it's like one of my friends, me, friend over here gets shot in his back, caught shrapnel in his head. Like, it was the wildest night of my life. I got picked
Holy
up.
crap.
Dude, I got drugged down to the gang task force. I'm like, we was just lost looking for a place to eat. Like, this was not like, what the fuck just happened?
Holy shit.
Like, yeah. So I stayed home for a little bit after that. Like, I remember I came walking in at like 8:00 the next morning. My dad's like, where the fuck have you been? And I'm like, just let me get some sleep and I'll tell you the whole story. And I was just thankful to have made it home. But, dude, Louisville, Kentucky is wild, y'all. It's wild here. It's wild here. You can't be no punk here. That's another reason. I'm like, dude, my mother's hit me in the mouth more times than I can count. Like, I'm not scared of some boxing gloves.
That is exactly, I will tell you, when I got arrested that night, it was about 2:30 in the morning when my parents picked me up. Even the cops felt bad for me at this point. They had
Hmm.
taken me out of the holding cell and they were like, "Do you want to type our reports?" And I was like, "I'll do anything.
Yeah, I ain't
It's
scared of
cool in
y'all. I'm
here. I
scared
don't
of
want
my
to use that
mom.
bathroom." Because it was like a sink toilet and it was metal and I was so bougie. Like, I don't want, like, my hair was long. I was like, I
Mhm.
can't. I had like my kids were dirty.
I got jumped by 5 girls at Six Flags my freshman year,
For what?
and, man, somebody was cheating on their boyfriend. Boyfriend was my friend. I told him, and then all 5 of these bitches wanna fight. But yeah, that's when I discovered I was not breakable, and it's like, "Alright, I ain't scared of nothing. Ain't scared of nothing. Can't whoop me. Take
Fuck
5
the
of you."
police. Fuck the police.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
honestly, thank God, like, when you really need them, like you call them and it's like, okay, someone's dying and they, come do their thing, cool. But everything else about them, I despise. Like
Oh,
how they go
here's a
after
good
citizens
story.
of America, like,
A couple of weeks ago, I get out of my pool. I got my American flag bikini on. My dogs are out in the backyard, and I hear them start barking, and I look
Tiffany
up,
has
and
wolves, you guys.
I,
Just
I have
FYI.
I have house wolves. And and so I look out in my backyard, and in my neighbor's yard behind me, there's an officer standing there, and I'm like, well, I'm going out there in my bikini. They can take me to jail in this American flag bikini. This will be funny. So I walk out there and I'm like, are we in trouble? And he's like, no, are those German Shepherds? And so then I stood there in my bikini having a whole conversation with him, and he didn't get a puppy, but he did like my dogs.
That's what I really believe, kind of in the way of soldiers, that cops, some, a lot, most, I'm going to say most, sign up with a good intention.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
Absolutely.
like
I,
same,
I
like
hate to
maybe
think they
same as
just,
nurses and same as teachers. You sign up with this good intention and then the politics and the
and then the
culture of the
system.
thing starts breaking you. And like
Mhm.
if you see these bad things go on, you want to tell, but there's this culture in there of abuse and you're just trying to feed your family too. You're just trying to put your head down and
Yeah,
go to work. You
yeah.
don't want the extra stress of this. You don't want to see anyone get abused, but now you have to keep quiet of somebody abused. And then eventually your quiet isn't enough to the narcissistic cop abuser that's been there forever. And that's why they got the job to begin with. They want to watch you abuse. So now you have
Well,
to keep it
well, you know
quiet.
what that makes me think of? Everybody that hung out with Diddy that just went along to get along. You know what I mean? So many people seen shit happening and said nothing, but now they're getting propped up on different platforms, and they're talking about all this shit they seen that happened right around Diddy. Why didn't you say something? Like, why?
Same. I agree.
You know what I
Coward.
mean? Why didn't y'all like set him the fuck up and whip his ass? Like, I don't
That's why I'm
understand.
like, 50 Cent got a big mouth now, right?
Yeah,
50 Cent got
yeah.
everything to say now. Like now
Like,
you got some shine. Now you're like trending every time anything happens with Diddy. Everyone's waiting for you to say something. Like I always think it's funny that these guys, like anyone thinks they're hard. And where were you when?
maybe
Like
they
it,
have been. Maybe they have been, and we don't
not
know.
to
Maybe
us, not to
I know.
us.
Yeah.
So now you want the shine. Now you want the thumbs up. We've
well,
been
and
saying
and
lose
when
an
you put
account.
Diddy's
You
from New
might have been big
York
enough to
too,
not
right?
lose an account. Like
Is
if some of
Diddy?
them big guys came out and said the same shit that we've all been saying, like how do we all notice this stuff? And now you guys are coming out and just validating what we already know. Like, I don't know. It just makes me like, do you get accolades now, Fiddy?
Yeah. Or
Like
are they
boom,
fighting
boom,
over New York?
boom, boom.
Right? Because
Different
Diddy,
mafia wars we don't know
yeah,
about.
yeah, 50's from New York, and I'm pretty sure Diddy's from New York.
But he's all about Shreveport now. He's all about Louisiana.
Hmm.
Well, we
Well, I
all
mean,
known.
it's cheap there.
We've all known that he was behind Tupac's death, Biggie's death. Biggie's for sure. I've known. I was
Yeah,
like, that motherfucker did it.
absolutely. Yeah.
He killed his
Y'all,
wife.
do you look
Like,
at Tupac at all and think that's a straight male? Now think of the story when we were all growing up, how Janet Jackson wouldn't do poetic justice with Tupac unless he took an AIDS test. Now you look at it and you're like, oh, everybody knew he was gay. That's why Jada was his beard. Jada has a long line of looking like a beard for gay men. She's married to one.
yeah. Will Smith.
Man. Dang.
Na, 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 na.
Like, I just
Na,
think
na,
it's
na,
super
na, na, na.
interesting. Like some of these, it's there's people that come out, like a lot of gay men, and they're like, I was in the military, I was a Green Beret, I was a boxer, I was an MMA champion, I was a football player, I did everything masculine to kind of try to run from this thing. And so even the gangster rap and the persona and the CIA and the MK Ultra and the brainwashing, like,
Hey, maybe the G spot is just something special, for them. And, it's
I mean,
they're ashamed of it.
it's just a fucking meat suit, dude. And I feel like they just got in the wrong line.
It's like if you like it
know
up
what
the
I
butt,
mean?
my
They're like,
dude, you like it
they're
up the
like,
butt.
hey,
It is what it
you want to be a
is.
dude, be over here. You want to be a girl, be over here. Somewhere the lines got crossed. And,
Yeah, like we
you
get
know,
it. We know what a good orgasm is, especially when you hit the G spot. So I understand. You guys have it in the anus. The
yeah,
anus. And
it's got to be
you
a
guys like it up
punishment,
there?
of
Yeah.
course.
There's a guy who literally killed so many people off recently this year because they found out that he was gay. He killed his girlfriend, his brother, his sister, because she told his family. Like, he started killing people off because they found out that he was gay. And it's just like, what? Like, you're gonna go that far? How about you just accept it?
Just go be gay, bro.
Yeah,
Feel
just
it
go
Good
be
on a
gay.
woman too.
Go
I'm
be
just
gay,
gonna
dog.
say that.
Don't be a
So
Yeah.
like,
trans. Or
there's
if you want to
nothing
be a
wrong with
trans,
that
go be a
either.
trans, but
but a
leave the
woman
kids
don't
alone.
have a G spot. Or a
Huh?
woman have a G spot, but they don't have a prostate.
No,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't. But it still feels good. So just saying,
To some women.
Dude,
I like
y'all,
I
I'm
love
gonna be a fucking I'm gonna be a
you
nun
know.
next. Like
Oh,
I
in
like
another life,
full
I was
on.
a nun.
I'm so like I have zero interest in dating at all.
Well,
It's
I
pretty
don't blame
sad.
you. Masturbation's fine.
Dude, no, I like
Once in a while,
like,
you miss
I
like the
Yeah.
body heat,
I just want my
but
fucking back rubbed. You know what I mean? I need my shoulders. I need my feet rubbed, and I would love my calves rubbed. But I just really ain't looking to fuck nobody. I just don't.
especially now with
I really don't have any effort in me to pour into anything that's not involved with what I'm doing right now, if that makes sense. And I've kind of been on that vibe since like last October. My last relationship fucked me up a little bit.
mm,
So I'm just gonna keep my head down. I gotta avoid some of these inboxes. Like I've never had such full inboxes. It's kind of weird. I just don't give the mouse a cookie. I don't open the shit. You know
Well,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Why?
I'm like, no, I don't go on dates. I don't get on dating sites. Usually sometimes on I've been asked out twice on my Instagram lives. And I'm like, no, no, not interested at all. Like, I don't want a husband. I need one, and I'll just work 2 jobs. I'm okay. I'm okay.
yeah,
I feel
when you
that.
think about it, like I would rather work 2 jobs till like I'm 65, 70, and then go on my social security and just be alone. Like I don't mind that. If I have to work for myself, that's loving myself. It's not relying on someone else and expecting them to love me, all but provide a roof over my head. So it's like loving under conditions, and I don't want that.
It's hard to
You
find
know?
people you can trust and live with, man.
Yep.
Like, cohabitation just I don't think it's for me. But I mean, I ain't
I
tried
don't think
it
it's
in
for me
like
anymore
12
either.
years.
Yeah,
I
It's
haven't,
me
not
and
for
my
me.
boyfriend now,
I
and I
haven't
realize I
lived with a
don't
man
really
in
want to live
12
with somebody
years.
again.
I
I
don't
am
like that
great
feeling of
at
control.
cohabitating. I'm
I'm
good at it.
terrible.
I'm not
Well,
scared at cohabitating with all kinds of
I like
people.
roommates. Yeah, I could do that.
Like
I just don't want.
roommates,
I want my own
like
room.
I'm good. Like I know there's things that we don't see eye to eye on as far as like things that she likes to be spotless or things I like to be spotless or different days we like to do things. But over the years, we're pretty copacetic. Like I couldn't imagine if one of us was
Mhm.
disgusting or one of us was whatever. This is the smallest house we've lived in since we like have lived in a one bedroom apartment together in downtown or Portland. But it's I don't know. Overall, we like can change flow of like aesthetics. My mom says that's the only reason she couldn't be a lesbian is she does not want any other woman say so in her interior design and doesn't understand how any other woman could live with another woman say so in that.
That's so funny. I don't care about like
My
design and
mom is
decoration
such
at
a
all.
Leo. So
I would let
she's
somebody
like,
else do it.
yeah, like if you were like, let's get light sage pillows, her Leo would be like why
Mm-mm.
would you even have an opinion? Like, this isn't your den. You can hang out here. I want to make it comfortable for you. I want to give you everything, but the aesthetic
Yeah.
is not your never mind. You
Well,
don't get
tell
you
your
have
mom
0%.
that there are women who don't give a shit about that and they would just let her do her thing.
Yeah,
See, so maybe
absolutely.
yeah. See, I
But
know. I'm like,
You
I
can
don't
clean
like
all
I'm the
that
person
knick-knack shit too.
I don't like to hang anything on the walls because it feels too permanent. Like I'm not gonna put a hole in the wall to hang something up because what if I don't like it there? Like I'm that person. Like I have stuff on my walls, but it's only because people give it to me and I have to fucking put it up. But I don't want to decorate. I'm so weird about that.
do
Like
you guys have like in the best friend way? I've asked this to women before. Do you think like a breakup with a best friend is the hardest breakup?
Oh, dude, I can speak about this. Me and my
yeah.
best
yeah.
friend just went like right at a year of not talking, and like we were working together. Like this is my best friend in the whole world. And it fucked me up. But yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah.
It seems like um women almost like guys can kind of like play basketball together and kind of build this like rapport in a way that women kind of have to go through a little trauma to trust each other. And
Mhm.
once you go through it, make it to the other side of that, um, it's like this sisterhood. I don't understand, I have no relation necessarily to fraternal orders, but I know this like sisterhood bond that I see in women
Mhm.
that happen. And it is like shredding to them in every
Mhm.
way when they lose their bestie. It's like,
Yeah.
uh,
I
I don't
cried
even know
over
how to, yeah.
my only like really true best friend when we broke up. I cried so hard and I don't think I ever cried over
Yeah,
a
yeah,
man like
yeah.
that.
I had a
I,
best friend from childhood since like I was a freaking baby till maybe like 27 and just things and it was hard. Like even for both of us. But now we reconnected, but it's not the same as it was
Yeah,
before.
same.
Like it's just like, how are you? All is well, miss you too.
It's
Hope
so
all is well.
hurtful that you can't
That's
go
it.
back.
I
Hmm.
It's
know.
like mourning.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Well, dude,
bittersweet.
I had one recently. Like the bitch burnt me last summer, and I took her back, and then she turned around and burnt me again, and I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Are you serious? You know what I mean? Like it blew my mind that
Usually
like
that happens when there's a
you know
third
there's
party. When there's a third party that enters your
Yeah.
friendship,
mhm.
it's
Yes.
like that friend will start saying, "Oh, Layla said this," and then, "Oh, that person said
And that's
that," and
what
it's
it
like playing
was.
back and forth, and it's always usually that bitch. It's always like that third person, and it's like you can't help talk shit because they're like your best friend is saying all these things about you, but it's really that person who thinks these things about you, and it's not your friend saying it. And
This
it's
shit
like
blew my
the
mind.
masterminds of these women sometimes. I'm just like, incredible.
And
Incredible.
me, I'm so I don't give a fuck about nothing except what I got going on because if I did like again, my fucking brain is like we are going forward. If it ain't going forward, we ain't fucking doing it. So I have to keep it moving. I have to do 20 minutes of animal chores when I get up in the morning, 20 minutes before I go to bed at night. I got animal chores. You know what I mean? Like, I'm constant. And then I've got this job, or I'm doing hair in the basement. Like, something, or the grass needs to be cut. Like, dude, I do it all in this motherfucker. I'm tired. So, it's I forget where I was going with that, but
Girl,
I was thinking about everything I got to do before I leave Thursday morning at 4
You started adding a list in your
that's a
head.
It's
woman's
like,
brain.
God damn it. So yeah,
Are you flying or driving?
I'm driving.
Okay.
I don't know, too, with women, this is a thing that just fucking say it. Just as a woman who I feel like I have all the ladies that I always wanted to be friends with. There's a couple of people that still for the corona of it all or the politics of it all. I
Hmm.
maybe have like 3 friends, maybe 5 friends that don't talk to me. I know they still follow me. I know they pay attention, but they're still holding some grudge somewhere. But overall, I have longevity with all my lady friends. And because I don't give a fuck about being wrong or right, I'm not going to lose their fucking friendship. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
if
I
they didn't
gotta.
fuck me over, it's one thing if they do something dirty. It's one thing if they do your man or money wrong or your family. Nah, dog,
Like,
nah.
there's 8 billion people in this world. You don't need to fuck my ex.
I
100,
mean,
100.
You know what I mean? It's weird.
Real Rye or Die said, I like this square panel of women. Could get used to it for Sundays. So they like you, Tiffany.
yeah,
Hey, I'll come back anytime.
you're more
Um,
than welcome.
I love to talk shit.
That's what we love doing too. Usually that's what we do here. Just, some people fucking like, oh my God, you need Christ.
It's not
It's like,
conspiracy enough, or some people try to throw religion at us, or some people because they have this idea of maybe anywhere they ever found us before and what we're gonna do here. And it's like
I
we
think
don't know what it's gonna be. Sometimes it's so conspiratorial. Sometimes we're just talking about ovaries.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
yeah,
we just
yeah.
do that. We
Somebody
just
said
do
something
that
about
for
marriage in the chat, and I'm like,
RGZ, but we call
no.
them rigs.
It's like
Yeah.
relatable conversations. It doesn't always have to be conspiratorial, and there's so much conspiracy going now, especially with the fucking Olympics. But we're like, you know what? Do we need to be all conspiratorial all the time? No, we could just fucking sit
It's
back, chill, and talk shit. I love doing
uh,
it.
And
like,
Riggs
dude.
said he
I
wants us all to
mean,
be roommates.
dude, it'd be fun.
That would
That's
be
Like,
our
sick.
that's our
if
reality
everybody
show.
didn't figure out when they had Hulk Hogan at the RNC, like that this is theatrics, this is like political wrestling. Um, like, come on, guys, like, this is fucking theater. Can we figure it out now? Can
I know.
just everybody stop paying taxes? Stop.
Right?
Or tampons and
Stop.
queefs.
Yeah,
Like literally change your W-2s and not let them take your taxes. And
claim
when it's time
nine,
to
claim
fucking,
nine.
yeah,
Claim 9
that's,
for 2 weeks. Bottom
Because
it
you always
out,
egg us
dude.
on.
I
I'm
mean, it's just
terrible.
going to Ukraine or some war front that they kind of have to wag the dog us on TV. I do
Yeah,
have
dude.
something kind of conspiratorial I want to bring up to you guys. Have you guys ever heard about the Finders cult?
no.
Now I gotta Google it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna put it up on screen
Okay,
for
good.
you.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna
I feel like I've seen this, watched this.
well, it's like a cult that I'm gonna pull it up on screen so there's also a visual. It's gonna have a stupid and X. So it is, look at my little Publix ad. These are the subs right here. Okay, FBI releases finders files after 3 decades, and this came out in 2019. So this is kind of all the stuff like right before 2020 that it's like, here, let's put this under the rug. None of the people will find it anyway. So they released the finders files after 3 decades and declassified investigation links to a Tallahassee child abuse case. Even the way that's written, a child abuse case is crazy. I'm going to see what this article kind
Like
of
far
says.
from what it actually
A
is.
child abuse case.
Yeah.
Y'all, wait till I'm going to see what this article says. I'm going to read it to you and then we'll see what it kind of, I'll tell you guys the real. The FBI unlocked its vault recently and released hundreds of documents related to the finders and a Tallahassee child abuse case that sparked a bizarre federal investigation into allegations of Satan worship and child pornography involving an eccentric commune in Washington, D.C. The arrest of 2 well-dressed men in suits tending to 6 motley, bug-bitten children made sensational headlines in 1987 when they were identified as members of the Finders, a secretive commune that based its teachings on the writings of Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. I don't know what that means. The Tallahassee Democrat covered the story extensively at the time, and the headlines about the strange groups that preaches completely passivity in the face of danger spread across newspapers nationwide. So these 2 dudes. So I'm just going to leave their picture up.
Isn't he the author of
Yeah.
War, the Art of War?
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. So so these dudes had these kids in a park in Florida, and they, the kids were so like animals that they had never seen a toilet before. They didn't know how to use a phone. They were like completely feral kids. And they had been, when they started to describe things that they've done and pictures that were found in these men's possession, so much of like CP and other words that I'm nervous will get us pulled down if we say them. But so much horrible, gory, disgusting stuff. They had these kids like dismantling goats like alive.
Gory.
Like, yeah, I know. I thought that word in my head, but
Gory.
dismantling goats alive. They had like so many bones, and these kids were like involved in rituals, and it was almost like these guys, whatever the hoodoo, voodoo, whatever these demons are up to, these guys were like involved in bringing these kids around so these people could practice whatever they wanted.
What
And
the fuck?
the kids talked about a murder. They had like the stuff is insane. All of this got completely dropped.
What?
And, like, yes. And it's not just the finders, because I'm also going to pull up this. Let's see. If
You need to make a TikTok about this or
well,
Instagram reel.
You guys can go to Jamie Deluxe, why he's still on YouTube. I'll throw up a link in the chat because he just did this good piece on this that I watched, but it's an old piece that he did. But this is like the stuff, the Franklin scandal, the finders. These are things when people tell you that child trafficking and this stuff's a conspiracy and blah, 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 and satanic panic when they put those words on it and it's all fake. Nah, dog. Kids were like, there's the other story is there was, I'm gonna see if I can find it, because there was the real Mrs. Doubtfire. That's what I'm gonna put into my trusty Google. This is the way my brain works. The real Mrs. Doubtfire. And then I'm gonna put in
that article.
How is that a bullshit story?
Human trafficking.
Oh, he's a troll.
What's a bullshit story? The one that she just told us? I don't think that's a bullshit story.
No, I can actually show you the FBI files that are all released on it, and it's pretty wild. And but I don't need to show the sauce. People usually do work around here. They don't mind looking it up themselves after I say it.
That's true.
Usually only lazy do-nothings are the ones that are like, that's not real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everything that person has said tonight is trollish. That's a troll.
I just want to make sure that
hold on,
that's what he's talking about before we call him out.
I know. He's like, no, I wasn't even talking about
I don't want to give him attention. I don't want to give Mr. Obvious any attention.
Nursery. Anyways,
we don't care
I'm
about
not going to pull it up because I'm
Bless
getting
ya.
like irritated on what to. But there's another story. There's a nursery. I want to say it's like San Bernardino, California, or something like that. But there was this nursery that these kids were coming home to their parents, being like, "They're taking us into tunnels underground, and we're doing animal sacrifices and da 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 da."
Yeah,
And
I
people
know what
were
you're talking
like,
about.
"You guys are crazy. This isn't real."
Mhm.
And the all of a sudden, and I feel like some archaeologist, something weird, they find a plate with like a swastika on it on the playground on the surface, and they start doing these investigations, and they go inside this nursery, and they have all these light switches that are marked fire alarm or emergency fire, but the light switches are just for internally inside the nursery to warn them if anyone's coming. And there's like one classroom with no door handle on it and just a deadbolt, and then they start finding tunnels underground, all the things the kids were saying. And then they find one of the tunnels, and it has hundreds of animal bones in it, hundreds, like piles of,
Oh my
animal bones
God.
sitting there. And then there's a tunnel linking it to another building next to it. And this was all buried too. And so then there's the Franklin scandal, and the Franklin scandal all links to Bush's White House. And this is where, so later on in the WikiLeaks, the $60,000 of hot dogs that we later find out from the FBI codes that hot dogs mean something more than that. So it's like you have these things of the Bush White House having male prostitute kids come into it. You have the thing of the Obama White House have male prostitute kids in it. I would argue to anyone that the Monica Lewinsky scandal was a cover up of the real crimes of Bill Clinton on Epstein Island. So I would gander that he had male prostitute kids coming in. So it's like, this is like a blackmail ring that the CIA is involved in. And so they go above the FBI and above all the local Florida law enforcement. They take it out of their hands and nothing ever happens because it's their honey trap, because they use it to control these politicians later on.
Yep. Literally. And the who? Who runs the world? Mossad.
Well, that's where it's like, I think there's a Mossad, which is an arm of Israel. I think there's MI6, which is an arm of the Crown. And I think there's the CIA, which is an arm of China. That's
what about the
I
Saudis?
think.
The Saudis
Dude,
are
the House of
Israeli?
Saud, there you go. That's where I'm like, are they just Zionists?
Yeah, they are.
Because,
that's what I understand.
like, if it's allowed to be a greater Middle East and they take out Iraq, and which they've already done, they've taken all the riches
Iran's
of Kuwait.
next.
Iran's next. They're trying to push it in every way that they can. Then it's like, if Saudi Arabia, because they're an actual kingdom that is the only kingdom that their land's named after the family that still runs it. So political chess for the area. They're like, all right, are you going to let my kingdom be?
Huh.
It's interesting.
Weird. This is fucking weird. It makes me wonder, are these fucking people just vampires in like suits and stuff, and they're just bored, and they're just like putting on these
call people
theatrics and just
vampires all
I
the
swear.
time. Like,
It's
dude,
like-
I feel like vampires are real. Not a
Yeah,
doubt
like,
in
let's
my
fuck with
fucking
humanity,
mind, dude.
you know.
I'm telling you, not a doubt.
Let's play with them. Let's play this game. You know, we're bored. We're here for thousands and thousands of years. Let's be the politicians. Let's create this system. After thousands of years of like education and knowing how
Let's
humans work.
enslave them. Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
And so I would even like Epstein Island's just the one we know, but we also know Peter Nygaard. So then you have him and his house of torture and all the parties that he had and everything crazy. I would tell you that guy that owns Virgin Records has the same creepy islands. Hugh Hefner.
Why else did he have the airplanes? He was like
Hefner
one of the
was
first
giving
people
you
to
a
put his name
catalog.
on an airplane.
He was giving you a catalog of girls you could order if you were rich enough. That's what Playboy was. And then guess who else? Les Wexner, the guy who owns Victoria's Secrets, was just giving you a catalog of what sheiks could order, what royalty could order. You want an angel? Here's a catalog. We all think it's for lingerie. No, it was for human trafficking always.
Yeah.
There's just levels to the game.
Absolutely.
Why did they
You just had to know.
implant
Had to be in the
RFID
club.
chips in all of the lingerie that they sold. They started implementing that, and they're like, "Oh, it's for security
Mhm.
purposes." No,
No.
you have security tags for that. Why do you need
Yep.
tracking devices in
Places in,
panties?
yeah, exactly.
Are you
Yep.
fucking kidding me?
Yep.
No.
You cut those out.
The fuck
But
out of here.
he doesn't own Victoria's Secret
Yeah.
anymore.
That was my shout out to Becky Brittany Pickle Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is Wexner
Oh,
into
baby,
these
baby.
days?
Yeah, nothing's happened. Like, even though all the connections, even the most tame for TV Netflix documentary that's come out about Epstein has, and Les Wexner gave him a Manhattan pad for a $1 and nothing's happened to that homo.
Nothing. Like it's really and like Maria Farmer, ain't that her name? She came out telling her story and
You
like
want a twink? Then
like
you have an Abercrombie and Fitch catalog for that.
yep, damn straight.
It's just
Yeah,
they and the same dude runs all the
yeah,
show of both the
yeah,
things. H&M. Like,
yep.
think of how some of those catalogs started to come to us at a
Hmm.
certain time, and we're like, huh, we're just so, and then we find out later, oh, look what Wayfair is doing. Oh, look what Alibaba Express is doing.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. Are all these catalogs doing that? And
yeah,
then I would say
absolutely.
too that Lori Laughlin and Felicity Huffman, they got into the whole college scandal, but the college scandal was just to bury that one of their daughters was on a yacht with Sheik making $250,000 for 2 weeks of work. And so that's where I'm like, they're just like next level high price passing people around games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, you can be any asshole prostitute on the street, or you could be on Leonardo DiCaprio's yacht and just be girl in room 3B.
And
Yeah,
then there's the
what
version like Taken, which is a real thing.
yeah, no shit.
Bidding on virgins.
What about wasn't some culty chick? Didn't she just get like 8 years in a Russian prison or something? And she was a model that was hanging out with Leonardo, and then she ended up with some other guy. I can't think of her name, but she had a mansion here, and she was trafficking women, and they locked her up. They deported her and locked her up.
And isn't it interesting how there's all these, like, even Andrew Tate, like, it was said that he was having girls almost in the company store way of, you work here, here's your phone, here's your way to make sex phone calls, I'll provide you your money and allowance, everything will be taken care of, but you never get enough money to leave. You never get enough money to stock up and get the fuck out. You just get enough to get by. You
That's the
just get
pimp
enough.
game.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
like
that's pimping.
like I've known enough hoes. That's like why you don't want a pimp. They take your money.
Oh, dude, my one of my best friends, she could tell you about the whole fucking
I love
game,
how
dude.
Abbie
Blow
just
your
blows
all's
some
mind.
crazy. It's like we're all
Like,
like talking. Abbie will be like, "This is how you make crack rock," and we're like, "What?" And then all
I
of a
love
sudden,
it.
Abbie's
This is
like,
how hoes
love
do
it.
it.
"No, yeah."
Like
Jill will
I
be
know
like,
all
"That's the
about
pimp
it.
game. Let me just sip out of my glass,
You have
like
a
I just
pimp,
said
you
it,
want to be
like
the
matter."
bottom bitch because the bottom bitch means that you fucking get your shit taken care of and everybody works under you. Yeah. See?
That's First Wives Club.
Yeah, it is. Bottom bitch.
That's where
I
I
do
feel like
have
that's top bitch in my world. That's top bitch. But
Settlement.
You know.
first Wives Club, I feel like that is what I am like. If we all just happen, if the Mormons end up running the world, First Wives Club's where it's at. You want to be first wife, first wife.
You
Like,
ain't
you need a
wrong.
house manager, daddy. That's
Yeah.
what you need.
That's what the bottom bitch is. She's the fucking house
Yep,
manager.
house manager.
You
Yep.
need somebody to keep this chicken coop in line. I'll cock a doodle. I won't do. I'll leave that for you, daddy.
Yep.
I know. Always think of like life after people. Like, I was never worried about my dog if shit hit the fan. My little Chihuahua, I'm like, that bitch will be running with a pack of wolves. Like, the first
Right.
big dog that comes up with her, she's like rolls over and like, here's my belly, and then game on. She's fine. Like she'll be running the show. And so I kind of feel like that if shit hit the fan, life after people, like I'll know exactly where to get in with a tough motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
I got you, daddy. You need a house manager.
this this Mormon family is actually going viral, and the reason why is because this Mormon guy comes from a multi-millionaire, but maybe even billionaire, because he owns one of the airlines. His father. So he married this girl who's Juilliard, free run for Juilliard, bright future for her. He meets her, instantly wants her. Okay, they have all this money. They're going viral right now because she wanted a trip to Greece for her birthday, and I think she deserves it. 8 fucking kids later, cooking everything from scratch on a farm, like literally everything from scratch.
Santorini Islands. Let's
Yo, dude.
go.
So,
Yes.
do you know what he gets her? A fucking egg apron. And the whole fucking internet is going crazy because the husband who can buy her a fucking trip, and every time they go on a trip, they never stay in the city, they go back onto a fucking farm, and she's working her ass off raising these kids. And yeah, he helps, he's a good father, whatever. But like, you know, your wife does a lot and she wants a vacation where she can go and relax and take a break from the kids, but you buy her a fucking egg apron? Like, here, thanks, slave. Here's a nice egg apron so you can collect the happy birthday, collect the eggs. Like, what? The
I
fuck
think I
out of
need a
here.
divorce. Yeah.
No, no. I'm just
What was
like,
that
wow.
reality show where they had like 19 kids?
Yeah,
Gosh.
always
They weren't
joke.
Mormon, but it was
47 kids and counting.
yeah.
Oh
I
my
joke
God.
and say when I'm gonna get on, when I do get onto a dating website, it's gonna be farmersonly.com so I can like get a man with a 16-hour a day job. And so he just comes home and he's too
It's got a
tired to
little
eat.
land.
He just wants to go to sleep and he's got land. So when you
You got your
bitches
own.
see me
Just go
on
to
my
sleep. You don't
tractor,
want a
mind
little
your
sun,
fucking
sun.
business. You know what I mean?
On your John Deere and your Second Amendment bikini.
Bam, bam,
If he's just
bam.
gonna go to sleep, I don't want him. Mm-mm.
I'm fine with that. Just leave me the fuck alone. Let me have my animals. Oh, you
Well,
get
that's a
some
nice reason, yeah. Animals
yeah,
are cool. I
You
love
need a cook.
animals.
You need a guy who can cook.
yeah,
Like you need a
absolutely.
grill master.
I need a grill man. Yes, I
You
do. I
need a grill
do.
master.
Yeah,
Like
I did.
somebody
Yeah,
that
this. I got a. I got a. I got a house wolf right there.
see
There
that
he
wolf
is.
laying there. Is that Shadow Moon?
Yeah, that's Shadow Moon. Hey, Mooney, say hello. Say hi to the girls. Shadow Moon. Shadow Moon. Hey,
So cute.
Shadow Moon. Shadow Moon.
Dang,
He
leaving
gives
hard.
he gives no shits. So
That is an animal without trauma.
he's huge.
Hmm.
He is huge. He's happy. He's a fucking brat. They all are. They're spoiled. They're spoiled
Animals
brats.
are the best. I miss my cat.
Yeah, dude. You another one will find you. She
Oh, I
like
know.
it's gonna happen. It has to.
The right time.
Yeah,
It'll be
absolutely.
springtime. Like
Mm-hmm.
spring in Florida, spring is like February.
Mm-hmm.
Riggs, what
Yeah.
the fuck is a bag of meat? Like, I think you brought that up twice. Like,
What's a
what's
bag
a
of
bag
meat?
of meat?
What?
What?
He said,
A
I'll
bag of
cook
meat.
you a bag of meat and bell peppers for a week. But I swear he says about a bag of meat earlier. Like, what's a bag of meat?
Oh, I'll cook you a
Like
bag
how
of
he
meat
like
and
a
bell
whole bag of
peppers for a
meat.
week.
Like
I
you could
love
have
it.
this like a whole bag of
Okay.
meat in your
Okay.
freezer. Bell peppers,
Damn.
mushrooms. He's like, I've been watching Tiffany Baxter's stories. I see what she's up to.
I know she can't cook. No, okay, funny story. Few weeks ago I made spaghetti in my bikini and recorded it and put it up on my OnlyFans. So during this, I set my fire alarm off. I burnt garlic knots. Like Like it was all unintentional. So great. I'm so glad I recorded it. And yeah, that's on my OnlyFans.
Love it.
Me
It's
cooking.
raw and real.
I'm like me cooking food in my bikini on my OnlyFans. That's about as risque as it gets. I just do it because I think it's funny, and I know I'm gonna fuck something up, and it's gonna be funny because cooking is just it's my worst.
It's one of the things I could do with if I had my kitchen's narrow. It's not my it's like out of all the kitchens I've ever had, it's like my second least favorite kitchen in my life. It is not inspiring to me at all, but I love cooking. And anytime I was in the restaurant and found myself like chit-chatting with someone on video phone while I was like prepping, I could do a podcast like that. I was like, I could do a podcast cooking or shooting pool. That would be the
Mhm.
two activities that I could get my brain flowing and still like
Same.
communicate with people. And
Mhm.
so I wish that I need to move.
That's why I can't wait till we get this house. Because if we get this house, like I want to put content up of like cooking, you know, because it's something I love. It's like a meditation, like Chaney says. It puts you in a like
Oh,
a.
you do good. You do good cooking
I
videos.
love cooking.
You really
I
do.
love it. I started since I was 5. My mom. It was like forced labor, but it's okay.
Like I don't absorb any of it. Like my ADHD would never allow it. But they're relaxing. Is that make sense? I'm like Layla's cooking videos are relaxing. So,
Especially the long ones, because I'm just rambling and I'm like, oh my God, like what the fuck
and
am
I'm
I
like,
doing?
damn, I wish I lived closer to her. That looks like it's gonna be good. Like that's the
Yeah,
kind of those are the thoughts I have. I'm like,
it would be. I'm telling you, I cook really good.
God, am I moving to Florida? Am I moving to Las Vegas?
Dude,
What am I gonna do,
Not Vegas.
y-
y'all?
Let's go Florida.
y'all should move to
We're going to
Florida.
Florida.
Dude, don't you fucking threaten me with a good time.
I hate communism. I'm not anti a commune.
Yeah, yeah.
I want kind of like I like a nun idea, but except everybody has their own house
No, we
around
do we
a
do it
lazy
like
river.
gangsters do. We would roll up into a poor neighborhood, we buy a whole fucking block, and it'll be a little more these days due to inflation. So like a $3,000 or $4,000 house will probably cost you 50. So we just buy a whole fucking block, and you do it in a district with warehouses. And I mean,
I'm
like
in.
it can be done, man. I've watched like hipsters and
The
shit
chain
do it
gang.
here.
I have all the
Hipsters,
people.
real estate dudes, like
I know the people. I've been paying attention to like auctions. There's all different kinds of
which
auctions.
trailer park in Florida are we infiltrating?
Well, I have this whole dream that I want to rebuild a trailer park that people don't have to leave in a hurricane.
Yes,
I just think
dude.
I can do it with shipping containers and
As long as we're close to a beach, that would be great.
I have to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be away from the salt
Yeah.
water.
I'm sorry. I need to be close to a beach.
If I'm in Florida, I've got to be close too. So
Yeah. Okay, so we all agree on that. That's great.
I'm with it. I am with it.
PCB is like pretty nice. They have like towns. Not too
All
expensive.
right,
No,
you
it's
guys
fucking
are
expensive around
hearing
here.
it where we should start the GoFundMe so people can invest in it. And if they invest a certain amount, they get a plot of the land on the property.
They get a single wide container.
Yeah, well, we'll have different levels of the plan.
Levels of
I
support.
have blueprints already written. I have 3 levels of like if you want like a 1-bedroom, if you want a 2-bedroom, or if you're looking for like a
are we
star
going to
deck.
stack them like on Ready Player One?
No, because I have this other thing that they have to be aesthetically pleasing when I'm looking at yours across the
Mini
Okay.
bay.
barns. Mini
I don't want
barns.
your ugly old nasty shed just like pieced together. Like it could look pretty
Yeah.
as hell inside, but if I have to look at it, it
It
messes up
needs to be
my visual.
view.
aesthetically,
Yeah.
Like it all has to be aesthetically
yeah,
pleasing. And
yeah.
so the thing about shipping containers is they're waffled and they catch wind unnecessarily. They just need a little bit of different metal and curving on the outside. I've just really thought about this idea for a long time. I love the idea of building into things like a mountain or like voring into a mountain or the land, but that doesn't happen in Florida. We'll save that for the second property in like Oklahoma, or maybe that's what it'll be
Yeah.
in like Arizona or
You
somewhere
could do
else.
modern mini barns.
Shit, we got all kinds
You
of
can make yours
mountains
look
in
so cute.
Kentucky.
Yeah. And just, like it'll be farm still, farm style, but like there'll be your housing and dwelling, and part of your house in the back will be like your part of the farm, like
Well, I'm gonna
long
tell you too. If you've ever
farms.
had chickens or any animal that produces you something that you can eat, it is you have to have a certain amount of those animals before it's financially better than going to the store.
Oh.
Otherwise, it just becomes a very expensive pet.
It does.
And
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
and then eventually you have like a chicken that stops laying, and then you're like, "Oh, I didn't even think about I have to kill a chicken, or now I have to just feed a chicken because chickens can live so long." And it's like becomes a thing that if you were on a property with people that agreed, then you could be like, let's get 100 chickens because this becomes very financially better for everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to take care of it alone. This is the number
Yeah.
one thing
I
is
was gonna
that,
say,
ah,
like each house could be like, okay, my house, like in the compound, could be in charge of the chickens. Like my barn house, like it'll be a house, and then behind it, it'll be the chickens, and yours will be the pigs, and then your or someone else's would be the cows. So everyone is doing their part in the farming, and you'll still have your part of the gardening. Some will have the fruits, some will have the vegetables, some will have the trees, whatever you're in charge of, and split it up by house, like who's in charge of what. So it's all equally like spread out through the community. Some might
it
have it a
can't
little.
be like to me in the way of like it usually works. People
Mhm,
sign up for things or it rotates chores, and however many people are there, you're like, oh, I got the chicken coop this week, cool, small, like
mhm,
whatever. Then you're like, oh, I have to water the garden every morning this week or this month or whatever the whole breakdown is. But it becomes like a very easy thing. Another thing that I just know about Florida, but this is your guys' towns too, you can look for this. Main streets in Florida, anywhere in Florida, and US 1, certain federal highways, if there's an address on that street, then that property is automatically zoned residential commercial. Automatically. It doesn't there's nothing about it. So there's these certain properties you can get that are kind of like pyramid shaped properties where a small piece of them touches the commercial, and then they go back into like farmland or big thing. But if you have 100 chickens and vegetables and things that everyone's doing, the property doesn't need all that. Then you can have a little vegetable stand. Then you can have a little strip mall that now you put in,
Yeah.
your a gym, a float tank, or whatever stuff, because you have people, a tattoo parlor, you have friends coming into town that you're like, cool, I'll have a rotating chair up there, a hairdresser, like things
Mm-hmm.
that I've kind of worked this all out in a way. Like this is like a 20-year plan. Like
I'm
I've
here
been
for it.
thinking about this for so long, and I think that it could be a feasible investment. I've even figured out like what properties to buy that I can split up into different parcels is cheaper than buying an old trailer park, unless this is where it gets, you can buy it in auction or pay somebody's taxes off that they haven't paid their shit. So you just have to pay
Mm-hmm.
attention, go to court sometimes and just sit there. And sometimes you can get things like, I see things bought up all the time. I saw a few acres bought up for 12 grand. What just
Wow.
happened? What just happened, Abby?
Huh.
Did
Nothing.
you just choke yourself?
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, how can everyone find Tiffany Baxter everywhere?
I'm under my name. You can type in Tiffany Baxter. You can type in Conspiracy Smoke Show. You're gonna find me. Instagram has the most of my links. Um, I'm usually
TikTok,
on.
everywhere.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok too, but I only
And
got
if
like
you're in
12
Oklahoma,
followers. And if
isn't
you're
that
in
this weekend?
Oklahoma,
Is it this weekend or next weekend?
this
Yeah.
Saturday, August 3rd, at the Paycom Center, Redneck Brawl. I don't know where I'm at on the card yet. I'll find that out this week. So usually I'm the second half. So I would assume I'm the second half this time. But we don't have a whole lot of girls fighting this time. I think there's like maybe 2, 3 girl fights. So
That's fun. And you guys,
Cool.
if you haven't checked it out yet, you can go and catch some of the highlights on Tiffany's page on Instagram, but you can also go to the Redneck Bra. And you might think, I'm not into this at all. This isn't my thing. You might not be into boxing, but the announcers are so
God, they're
funny.
so hilarious.
They're so funny. And there's been like
Catfish
a redneck
Cooley
brawl
is
where
the
somebody's
best.
tit came out. And so this is this one part of it that it just cracked me up. It was, and like the announcers were like, she keeps knocking her tit out. Maybe it wasn't, it was like one of the first redneck brawls, I think. Maybe it wasn't a redneck brawl. It just the redneck brawl made my feed a girl in a boxing ring that kept getting her tit knocked out.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
god,
find it.
dude, redneck baby mama. Like, and she was in the ring girl competition too, and she came out and her titty fell out again. I was like, oh my god, she got the floppiest titties.
I wanted to
But
do the ring girl competition, but I'm like, my off-season body is a little bit thicker than I'd like right now to.
dude, there's a couple bodybuilder chicks that made top 15. They've been in my inbox on Instagram. But we got a really, really pretty group of girls this time.
I
Like,
believe
it's
it.
like, wow.
Oklahoma
Like,
women are pretty hot.
and there was like 75 entries. Usually there's only like 30, 40. So them bitches fought hard to get into that top 15. I think they took 18. It's top 18.
Yeah.
That's what
So if you guys are in the area, you might even see Abbie there with her clique,
yeah.
Yep. Abbie's pulling up.
with her clique.
I know. I sent them some of the reels, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that looks like fun. Let's go."
Yeah.
So,
How old are your kids?
16, 18, 20. I have a 10-year-old.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Deal. Damn, you look great. Fuck.
Thank you.
Wow.
See, no excuses, anyone.
Dude, I got a friend. She got 4 or 5 kids, and she is a bad motherfucker in that gym. She does like crazy fucking push ups between sets. She's like military. She's a bad bitch. I'm telling. I'm gonna send you some of her reels. She like posts positive reels every day. She's stay up and stay focused. I love her. She's amazing, but she's fucking bad in that gym.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Oh, every Tiffany, would you fuck your clone?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sunday.
I think we did that with her.
We've
done that one. Yeah,
already
I
did
was
it.
like, nah.
Did we ask you if you've ever seen anyone light their fart on fire?
Yeah, my stepdad. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I can answer that one real quick. It's like, oh yeah. Dude, I had these 2 teenagers yesterday. I was doing one of theirs hair. They were 11 and 13. And the 13-year-old little girl kept farting on the mom. And like, dude, it was hilarious. We were off.
You were like, I'm not trying to
laughing.
even.
What do you mean? Like,
And
how was she farting on her?
She would just like, she'd be all quiet, and then she'd like kind of get up and go near her mom and fart on her, or she'd like look over and like, dude, it was so hilarious. She kept sneak farting her, and the mom was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I was like, no, dude, that shit's hilarious. I don't care how old you are, fart jokes funny. I'm gonna laugh. The little
Tiffany
8-year
does bomb hair. If you're in the Kentucky area, she does a whole bunch of really crazy cool styles. She's talented. And
I'm artistic.
Layla, what would happen if you just like walked by in the living room and you farted on your dad?
Oh my god. I think he would probably like punch me in the face, honestly. Like, what the fuck? Like, you farting in my are you
He's an
normal?
old school Albanian.
Yeah, he would punch me in the fucking face.
I grew up with 5 brothers. It's not.
Yeah.
You're not gonna surprise me.
Mhm.
Farts do not bother me. Like,
It just seems like your dad would be floored. Like,
And me,
and
my
like,
dad will take it as disrespect.
that's
Like,
so.
what?
Right. If you're ready to beat your ass in the yard. Like,
My
yeah.
husband now, he like, he's the dad of my youngest, but he came into it and I had 4 kids already. And my kids were just, we talk about farting and fucking crack jokes, whatever, and he could not handle it. And I'm telling you, in the 11 years I've been with him, like, we're getting divorced now, but he's never once, ever farted in front of me.
What?
Isn't that fucking crazy?
He's had more than just fucking farts.
Interesting.
Right?
I'm like, wow. Like, dude,
Interesting.
Like, no, one's never even slipped. Like,
Wow.
How?
What kind of secrets are you keeping?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you haven't even farted. Wow. That's
Even though I
wild.
do, I like to, like, some parts of me wish that, because I kind of am, there are things about me that are like ladylike.
yeah.
I wish I wish I never ever see my wife use the bathroom. Like, I don't care about pee, but I wish, like, I just had no concept
Visual
of.
of
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think of any of my lady friends shitting. Like, I can
Yeah.
picture every single one of my dude friends just sitting on the toilet holding their nuts, talking to me on the phone without even
I mean,
thinking. I don't even picture any of my lady friends like, oh no, they don't even, like, nothing. So yeah, it's such a I have such a, like, a dude, I can't even imagine. I've heard every single one of my guy friends fart. I can't imagine
That's
being
what I
there.
Absolutely.
mean.
Yeah. Those little girls were cracking me the
I
fuck
feel like
up.
some of
They
my
were
guy
letting
friends
them
have farted
fly.
on me, done that shit where we're just, like, chilling,
You're like,
whatever,
are
just
you fucking
walk
kidding
by
me
and
right
be
now?
like,
I can't believe Shadow
bitch.
Moon
my
hasn't
brother
farted.
used to like catch his farts and like throw them on me, like in a
That
pot. Like,
works.
yeah, it works. God rest his soul. But yeah, he used to do that to me all the time.
Somewhere you're gonna smell a fart somewhere in, like, randomly, and you're gonna be like, bitch.
Yeah. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah.
Because it definitely wasn't me, and there's
Yeah.
no one else around me.
And you're gonna know that, like, you
All
like,
right, I see you.
I see you
Oh,
still.
shit.
Like, now
Uh-huh.
I know. Sometimes I think, in the kind of energy world of the weird butterfly effect of time and space that we're all kind of in, sometimes you have to make acknowledgement to the thing so it knows, like, oh, you want that? Oh, okay. You want just the random smell of fart to be around so you can laugh at your dead brother? All right,
Oh
let's
yeah, you miss me? All
bet.
right, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Right,
Here's a fart
right.
for you.
And
You
you just
ain't
picture his
wrong.
hand throwing an air fart at you. Anyways, yep,
That's
this
why
is how we
scent
get
is
off
so
the rails.
important. Yeah, I
It's
love
good
scent
stuff.
as a
It's
sense.
good stuff.
Yeah, for everyone, I feel like I'm at like 30 to 50% with my taste and smell back.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm so
Good.
grateful because
That's
I didn't believe
awesome.
in any of that part. I didn't believe in that part of the
That's
bioweapon.
that's the only part I experienced.
Me too, really, just a little tired, and then
I went to buy weed one day, and I go to smell my bag of weed, and I was like, "This don't even smell like nothing." They're like, "You're fucking crazy. That's gas." And I'm like, "I gotta go. I gotta leave."
That's bad when you can't smell like dank. Like,
Yeah, dude. And I was like, something's going on, but I felt fine. Like, I'll tell everybody, like sick is a mentality. I had one of my friends ask me like a few months ago,
I
Tiffany, you
agree.
ever get sick? And I said, no, it's a mentality. I'm mentally ill, but I'm not sick. Like, I'm fine. Like, I
hmm
no. You can basically, mentally power your way through anything. Now, like, you get the flu or some shit will, like, get your ass, but if I'm pretty proactive, if my allergies are acting up, Like, I can't take antihistamines, but last resort, I will to prevent it from getting worse. I don't want shit running down my
I
throat.
kind of
And
love the idea of human vibration. Um, that she says a flue, the same as a chimney, is just our body's way of releasing heat.
mm-hmm.
Like it's like you clean your flue, you clean your chimney. It's the same thing that has to happen. And the same as trees losing their leaves, just because one tree starts to lose its leaves, you don't think the one next to it is catching fall.
Right.
And that's what cold season is for us. We go through a
Mm-hmm.
whole there's all new leaf all the leaves have just fallen off the tree. That does something and our
I
sinuses
touch
have to adjust.
everything. Like I know I'm highly allergic to ragweed. We have really bad ragweed around here. But as far as like if I'm working on somebody and they're sick, I I don't get sick. During that whole thing, um someone like that I was close to had that shit for like and had a fever for 9 days. I never got sick. Like I don't know.
The same. I almost feel like my mental guard was down of mind over matter. Like I almost forgot I had to keep saying, I don't get sick. I don't get sick. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
get
get
sick.
sick.
I don't
And
believe in that thing. I almost forgot it was even a thing that I even had to keep
mhm.
protecting myself against verbally.
Yeah, because we
Mhm.
talk about all these sicknesses all the time and like how to tell people like, hey, this is what's making you sick and sick, sick, sick. That's what your body is hearing sometimes. And you forget
Yeah.
to tell yourself that
The
you're
Japanese
not.
mirror.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we forget to do that. I forget to do
Oh,
that.
my favorite is, "Oh, there's a virus. There's a stomach bug going around." Ain't nothing fucking going around. Shut up.
Well,
Y'all just
Wash
over
technically they're
your
here.
saying
hands.
something
Y'all just
is.
Wash
over
your
here
hands, you
thinking
dirty bitch.
thinking
Wash your
thinking
stop
you're
cutting
just
your vegetables on your
I'm like,
chicken cutting board.
you're just trying to
Yeah.
make an excuse for a day off. Wouldn't you rather just take a day off and go fucking enjoy it? Just take a day off. You
Nothing
know
is
what I
better
mean?
than when you can go on your day off back tan as fuck to work. You have
Yeah,
Yeah.
to try to play
yeah. You
hooky
know
and
what
you're
I
like,
mean?
"Oh no,
Like,
I'm a little sunburned."
I don't understand. I'm like, just take a fucking day off.
Hey,
Hashtag
You know?
weren't
photo
you
bubble.
sick? Yeah, but I go out in the sun when I'm sick.
Yeah.
It's called vitamin D,
I
motherfucker.
stay out in the sun so I don't get sick. Like,
I know. The
and
beach.
I take D3 every day. Ever since last year I got fucking shingles. I ain't old enough for shingles. All right, I'll be 45 in October, but
Oh,
I ain't
I have to tell
shingles
you
old.
why shingles. Let me just
Uh,
tell everyone why shingles real
please.
fast. It's because when we were all growing up, we would just hang out with people when they got chicken pox and it was fine. And
Yep.
then they made a silly wacky vacky about it. And then people stopped getting it. So now adults aren't around children with it, chicken pox ever. And so they have
Because it
no
gives you an immune
slow
booster.
immunity build up for it. So then
Yeah.
all of a sudden there's a run of a normal kid around or a run of a normal thing and they're a dill and they're like, oh, I've had chicken pox, I can totally be around this kid. Nope, not like old school kids were around
Mm-mm.
chicken pox. You've been
Mm-mm.
around wacky vac chicken pox. And so there's none of that in your system anymore. And so
Yep.
now our bodies are like, what in the hell is this? And it
Oh,
used to
dude,
just be a normal thing.
that shit lit me up. So
Yeah, it's like a mutated.
it started on a Friday. It felt like somebody had a hot poker in my shoulder blade. And then by that Monday, I walk into the gym and like my back is fucking itching. And I lift my shirt up and I'm like, Rube, what is on my back? She's like, oh, you got shingles, dog. And I said, fuck you, I ain't got shingles. You know what I
She
mean?
called it
Like,
out in a
yeah.
minute.
She said I had them when I was 16. I was like, fuck you, dude. So I instantly get on the phone with the doctor. I get in there that day, but then a friend gave me a YouTube video that this other doctor had made of this concoction of fucking vitamins, and I was taking 50,000 IU's of D3, some zinc, some melatonin, and there was something else on there, double lysine. And dude, it knocked that shit out by Friday when I went back to the doctor.
Huh.
That's
Like
awesome.
my doctor was like, "How the fuck did you do that?" And I was
I
like,
almost
"This
think
is what I took."
everybody should watch YouTube videos. and figure out how to phlebotomize themselves so that everybody can give themselves IV bags of this
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Oh
Because
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I had a cat that was on death's door. Let's say the cat was 12, 13 years old. And then I have enough nurse friends and phlebotomist friends and friends that I can get bags with the exact, like, let me put a little vitamin B when I need it for this bag and D, and I can give this much to my cat out of the bag and just fill a little lump up. But I have friends that do this for themselves all the time. And I just
Mm-hmm.
think this cat lived until it was 19 years old.
Wow.
19. I didn't ever
Wow.
take this cat to the vet. I didn't ever do anything. Once I started IV bagging this cat, and only like once every 3 weeks. She was
Yeah.
chill, just an old lady. Go sit, you warm up the bag a little because once a cat's a little warm, it's like, oh,
Yep. Yep.
chill.
That's it. That
So,
just tells you they probably get arthritis like we do. Like once I'm warm, I'm good, man. You catch me cold, I'm hurting.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like
So I
for
just
real.
think there's things that are just such there is things that we're told, oh, you can't do this without a license. You can't do these things. But I just think there's stuff that can maintain and make us feel so much better. Think of how
Mhm.
there's a whole IV therapies in like Vegas. If you can drink your face off and then get an IV bag and feel better. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Sometimes when I have a migraine, I'm
Yeah.
like, I just want to go get an
A
infusion
bag
today.
of yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like here we have places you can go get infusions, but it's like
I was gonna say it's
$150.
like
Like
$160. You can do it
yeah,
here too.
man, shit's fucking expensive.
Damn.
Like shouldn't
Look
that be
into it.
like
Do
I'm
you
gonna
covered
go take my
under health
vitamins.
insurance, you know?
Yeah, if you have insurance, some of this is like here's the loopholes of insurance.
Mhm.
You just have to have a doctor refer you to
Yeah.
need that in your everyday. So you have to have because a lot of insurances don't agree with natural paths. You have to
Mhm.
find the doctor that is in. I think it's palatable care that is the one that does both. So then
Mhm.
you find one of those doctors. And once you can get a certain doctor to just refer it, now it becomes something that a lot of the times you'll work with your insurance company, they'll at least pay a percentage.
Right, right.
So
Functional medicine doctors too. They're both. They do holistic dietary and some traditional medicine if or Western medicine if they have to.
some of the best fucking doctors, though, this is the real of it. They're such good doctors and so morally standing that they don't even fuck around with insurance. They think it's garbage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So a
Yeah.
lot of the really great doctors out there, they don't even take Medicare. They don't
They
take
barely
Medicaid. They don't
exist
take
though.
TriStar. They're like, no matter what you think are the hottest insurances, they're like, no, I don't take none of them. I don't play in that. It's like a rate.
We had this labor and delivery doctor that used to work at a local university where I live, and where a lot of women on government insurance go to have children. And if you came into that university's labor and delivery and they had a student there that needed a sign off on a C-section, even if you could have went ahead and had your baby, they'll come in there and tell you you needed a C-section, or vice versa, so they could get this resident signature on a C-section. So, like, she told us some wild ass stories, but she ended up leaving that university, opening a holistic like practice, and shit was wild. I tell my doctor what the fuck I need. I don't listen to him. He listens to me.
Same.
Like I go in there demanding shit. When they tried to tell me no on that hysterectomy, I said, nope, fuck you. My quality of life has been like impacted for 25 years. I don't have children. I ain't married. We ain't doing this anytime soon at 40 plus years old. Like, please. And it was like a 28-year-old chick that had just gotten her doctorate, I guess, and she said, "I'm gonna fight for you," and she got me my hysterectomy.
That is
So
Yeah.
wild.
you
It's
just
just
got to
wild
go
that you
in
have to
there and tell
validate for
them,
yourself so hard.
dude, you gotta act like an asshole and be like, no, no, my quality of life, I have none.
If I
You
didn't
know,
fight so hard, I believe the hospital wouldn't have given me the CAT scan with contrast. And I was like dead. Like I think
Yeah.
once they did it, they were like, "Oh my," like they knew immediately, like we done fucked up.
Yeah.
And
They
they
were
fuck
just
up. I
dragging
mean,
me
they
around.
practice. They practice medicine. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, you guys. Well, audience, we love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us the whole time.
Love you guys.
TRICARE is an insurance. TriStar is
Military insurance.
yeah, TriStar is what, maybe an entertainment company or something. I don't know. All right. We love you. Tiffany, thanks for hanging out with us.
I love
Hopefully you'll
y'all.
come
Thank you
back
so much.
and hang out with us
Absolutely.
again. And we hope that crazy stuff happens this week. And this movie just keeps getting more and more entertaining.
Yeah.
And so you guys
Plot
observe it.
twists.
Don't become part of it. Don't let people egg you on. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
No one knows what's going on any more than anyone else. Don't
No
let people
one's
talk
right.
down
No
to
one's
you.
right.
Yeah, no one's
No
right.
one's right.
No one's
It's
like,
all speculation.
yeah, everybody's just sitting here like, what the fuck is happening?
Your opinion is based on a speculation. You think this is happening and you're saying you feel this way about it, and you're being mean to people that don't feel your way. Stop it. It's weird.
Stop it.
It's weird.
I love
Just be
that.
nice, love on each other. It's real easy. Like, hold the door for people. Let people cut in front of you in traffic, you know.
Hey, before y'all
I
go,
still
make
have a
sure you hit the
problem with
like
that.
button.
Hit the like button. Come see me on all my socials. Redneck Brawl Saturday night. I
47.
thank you all so much for
I'm
having
so
me
excited about
on.
this. This is
I
awesome.
like it is. It is. It's just it's gonna
You're
get
gonna
better.
kick ass, girl.
Yeah.
I am. And Abbie, I'll see you Saturday.
I'll see you
But
Saturday.
I'm getting into OKC Thursday night, so
Okay.
I'll hit you up.
All right. Awesome.
How far are you?
I'm about 2 hours, but
Okay.
it's not a big deal. Like I'm off I'm off Saturday, or I work Friday, but I'll be there.
All right.
Come out.
I
Love
love
you
y'all.
guys.
All right. Love
Thanks,
you back.
Tiff.
Thank
See
you
you
guys.
soon.
And
Bye.
we will see you Friday night to talk about whatever kind of absurd is going on with the week. So until then, bye bye.
Britney Spears, can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
Constantly explore the room of possibilities, come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, bigger mistakes, entertaining, calling linguists. Good guys. Forum of decorum needs a secretive society to advance on philosophies intentionally, magically good guys, good guys, good guys, good guys. Witches, weirdos, mischief making. It's okay to change your thinking. Good guys. Good guys, good guys.
Bunnies. Hi. Okay, of course she's starving for the most attention because she's the youngest. Give me attention, please. Now, Sarah, you're very stuck up. And you're